I'm Joe Hunk, and it only took about 48 hours to get it done. But Ryan Tannehill has officially restructured his contract, and the Titans have converted $23.4 million of his base salary into bonus money, and it frees up $15.6 million of cap space. Julio, $15.3 million. You kind of see what's going on. This basically meant that today, Ryan Tannehill sat down and received a $23 million check from the Tennessee Titans and is going to get paid $1 million over the season. The Super Regionals are officially set. Vanderbilt is taking on East Carolina this weekend, and now we actually know Tennessee's opponent because late last night, technically this morning, LSU scored 3 runs in the 8th inning to beat number 14 Oregon 9-8. And they will travel to Knoxville. And developing news out of Jacksonville is that Trevor Lawrence has a hamstring tightness, and he is out today and is most likely going to be fine. But they are also going to be giving him tomorrow off as well, that being the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now we know why they signed Tim Tebow. For all the foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans, the Vols, and 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
And I'm fired up.
What are you fired up about?
I'm fired up about LSU going up to Knoxville, and I'm going to use this voice right here for it. And we're going to ragtag that Tiger, and we're going to, I'm telling, put him on back down to New Orleans. Let's go Vols. Woo!
Or Baton Rouge, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, my bad. Baton Rouge, yeah. And I know that.
Is Mike the Tiger coming up to Knoxville?
I wish he would.
I wish he would, too.
And we'll bring about 6-7 Smokies and let them get them.
How many Smokies would it take?
It's going to take about 6-7.
6 or 7 to go after Mike the Tiger?
Injected Smokies.
Injected Smokies.
It's the same stuff that LeBron needs to go get.
The same stuff that Julio will be injected with multiple times this season.
Yeah.
To go out there and punk people's A.
That's right.
Apparently the same stuff that Trevor Lawrence needs to also.
Soft tissue.
Interesting.
Hey, man.
Trouble.
Listen, he had a hammy, and they dealt with it, and they put it back out there.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, and what did he do? He threw 2 pick sixes. Listen, if you've got what is Urban doing? And maybe he knows more about his guy than I do, but I know enough from watching rookies with soft tissue injuries over here through the years. With all these hammies that the rookies get all the time.
Don't rush it.
Sit them, man.
Don't rush it.
Gardner Minshew time.
Don't rush.
I'm in. So LSU, Alabama, LSU, who were they playing? Oregon. LSU, Oregon last night. I was all in. I watched that to the end, man.
You stayed up, dude.
And then I threw out a tweet at I don't know, what time was it? 1 in the morning, something like that? And then you liked it. I'm like, dang, Slay's like me. He's up at both ends
I'm rolling
of the day.
with my boy. I got a notification, a special notification. When you send a tweet, Brent, I'm getting up, especially between 1 and 6 a.m.
Balls to the Wall says, please don't give Tebow updates all summer. Did we mention Tebow?
Like, who
Come on,
said
man.
something about Tebow?
I jokingly said, now you see why they signed Tebow.
Oh,
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Go.
Dude, put $1 in the thing.
I know.
Fireball bottle.
Also, before anybody says anything and tweets out, we know Slay's camera's not working. Just throwing that in.
Slay's camera's not working?
I'm not in the building. Kidding me?
You got the white
Hey, that's
T-shirt
good.
with the white undershirt now.
Yeah.
Because when your
Ready to go.
wings get here, you can eat your wings
You're right,
without
they
the
won't even
entire
know.
world
I
watching.
didn't know if that was suitable for air. Did you see how I held back one time?
Yes, you did. That's
Held
twice.
back.
Did once yesterday and once right now. Go get it, Hunk.
You're going to hold back on that?
Yeah.
Dude, why are you getting underneath Slay, man?
Get under
It's
there,
not
Hunk.
a car.
Have a ball down there. Have a ball down. I'm on fire today.
Oh my gosh.
I know, Babs.
What am I sitting in right now?
Remember when you were a journalist?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking about that joke. I like throwing that joke at you, but then I started thinking about how I don't know how much of a journalist you really were sitting next to Neil Warren.
Right? Yeah, he prepared me well for you clowns.
Here we are.
Yeah, so Titans restructure Ryan Tannehill contract to make room for Julio Jones. We told you that would happen a long time ago, so did a lot of people. I know one guy in the market that didn't think that was going to be doable, but it was. So
Got it
there you
done.
go.
Not a surprise.
How about Ryan Tannehill, though, stepping up for the good of the team? Hell, I would have taken a contract. Well, wait. Babs, you're supposed to
Stepping
jump
up.
in there.
I-
Stop me from saying that.
What?
Well, let's just put it out there.
I started to say I would restructure my contract for Julio Jones.
I'll put it out there. Brenton Babs, Brenton Babs took a pay cut for me to get here. They
That's
restructured,
definitely
not
true.
a pay cut. They restructured the contract.
That's true.
Because what does that really mean?
That's
Restructuring the
definitely-
contract. Does that mean you don't get as much
means-
money?
No, it means you get a nice little cash deposit
That-
in your bank account.
That
right
whole
now.
situation was weird. That is
Thank
not true. Although if asked, I would have done it.
See?
Yes.
That whole situation was weird because it was like Slay would be like filling in every day, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, Slay's in,
Yeah.
awesome. And then one day they're like, Slay's in full time, but don't announce it. Remember that?
Yeah,
like don't
yep.
say anything.
No did.
So then you just kept filling in
Yeah, I was
until
just
we could say
feeling.
something.
It took about.
Take a minute.
Yeah, it did. Take a look. It took a long minute.
Had to dig through, make sure there were no,
They made me a
old
liar.
tweets
Yeah,
or
Exactly. Maybe
make
they
sure
were
you're
looking.
clean now.
Maybe they're looking. Maybe they were looking. What you got under your sleeve, Slay?
Let's make sure.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty obvious as to how that was going to go down. One thing we didn't mention yesterday is Julio Jones' nickname from all the way back in high school at Waffle House. Look, I talked about how because he's always open. I talked about
By the
how
way,
Panda.
Mr. Babs did not get that. He's like, I don't understand Waffle. I do not understand it.
You're
I'm
like, was that an Atlanta thing or?
Guess what?
I'm like, Waffle House, like always open. He's like, oh, okay.
I think a lot of people just when we said that were like, oh,
I was just
Right.
okay,
looking like.
Waffle. I just thought he like.
You didn't understand
Not
why?
right then, and I know that, but I
Yeah.
was looking at Brent like, Brent, okay, tell me. So
Yep.
laugh or something.
I just
like,
thought he liked the All-Star Special.
Yeah, or chunk diced.
Okay, so I shouldn't give Mr. Babs that much.
No,
of
no,
a-
but guess
okay.
what? No, yes, you
Okay.
should, and that's my guy. But yes, you should if he didn't get it after you told him.
No, after I told him,
Okay.
he got it. Yeah.
okay.
But before that, he was like, "What? That's dumb."
Julio-
Why that nickname?
Yeah, so Julio, his nickname, we should have mentioned that and played off that a little bit more yesterday. We didn't. But anyway, Waffle House, he's always open. So that's pretty good. I always thought Panda was a great nickname despite the fact that it was Isaiah Wilson.
Correct.
Why?
And then I just thought, Big Panda, that's awesome, man.
That is a cool
I
name.
love that.
That's a cool
Really?
name.
Who doesn't like a panda bear?
I like that.
well,
They're
Plus-
cuddly.
Plus, they're mean, too. Like, you think that they're like cute.
cuddly, but that the
You
first
think
thing
they're
that
cute and
comes
cuddly?
to mind
But
is
they're
cute
mean.
and cuddly. We're talking about a big A offensive lineman.
I
I
love
think
the
that's
Big
a terrible
Panda.
nickname.
They're mean, though. They'll come at you.
They are mean.
The
You
Panthers
don't
win.
think so?
It's like Costa Rican monkeys.
Yeah. When you start hearing that
They'll
sound,
get you.
look
Watch
out.
out.
Hey, yeah.
What's the sound?
That's the big one.
No, I'm talking about the monkey. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, they
That's
they
when the
come.
four-wheeler gets hit in the
Yeah,
extra drive.
that's when they left. Man, I don't know.
But I thought Panda was, and then my man, he's going to be a rapper and not use Panda. Like, how in the
That was
world do you
crazy.
do that?
That was crazy.
And you go by what was his name? Gigi Awful?
Gigi Bowser.
Bowser, yeah.
Gigi awful. Is that what you said? Oh, Gigi is awful.
It's pretty awful.
Gigi is what Hadley calls one of her grandmas.
Mine too.
Hey, Gigi.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if Hadley met Isaiah Wilson, maybe she would call him Gigi or Panda.
What up, Pat? She'd probably go with Panda. That's way cooler. I
But
mean, he already had the diamond encrusted Panda.
Waffle House is up there, though. Always open. That's all. That's pretty awesome.
That's cold. I like that.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Because at least people wondering, too. Like, does he really like the hash browns, or is there something else there?
Or apparently, it leaves a lot of people wondering what the hell that means.
I feel like I would have. That's something I would
Why?
have came up with.
Did you make your husband feel stupid when he didn't know what it was and you were explaining
It's
it?
Dawn.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
no,
Babs.
What?
Yes, you did, Babs.
I actually didn't.
Harder, call in the show.
Yeah, please, because I can see it looking on Babs' face. Like I shouldn't have been that hard on him. I shouldn't like.
What do you mean you don't know what Waffle House means? Come
No,
on.
She already sent the "I'm sorry" text.
No, I said it. I just very, very like subtly said, "Oh, always open." It like kind of like a.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Bless your heart, like always open. It's okay.
God love you.
I got you.
Thank you, Will Bowling. Will Bowling delivering espresso.
Man,
we have
we'll
lots
be
of
coming
things.
through in the clutch.
Wait, you got him delivering coffee now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I
What
don't
else
know what
can
he's
he
saying.
deliver?
Julio Jones, who doesn't talk a lot, released a little statement on Instagram. You ready?
Yeah.
Thank you, Atlanta, for all the love you've shown me over the years. It's been an amazing 10 years playing for the city and all the fans. I appreciate everything you've done for me over the years, and I will never forget my time as an Atlanta Falcon. Excited for the next part of my journey here in Nashville, meaning he's here. To the fans, I want to thank you all for the warm welcome for me and my family. We are very excited to be a part of the Titans family. Ready to get to work! ! Julio J. Hashtag Tighten Up.
Julio J.
Julio J.
Love it.
What's
So
his
I went
first
back
name?
and
Quintorris?
listened. Yeah,
So-
you told us that.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to. We had DJ Shockley on yesterday, who I work with on SEC Network, former Georgia Bulldog quarterback, SEC winning quarterback, but he does the Falcons pre and post. So he's been around Julio Jones for a long time. But went back and listened to that. You can too on the podcast page. It was really good. But what stood out to me was because there's all this talk about, okay, his injuries and all of the like film breakdown guys are like, hey, when he's on the field, you know, he's still great. Like he still has it. The age is not there, but it's when he's on the field. Well, listen to Shock. You know, he said, hey, when he's on the field, when he's on the practice field, when he's there, he makes everyone around him better. He pushes everyone around him. He's constantly teaching and talking to the young receivers and telling them, you know, things he's learned throughout his career. And he's still got it when he's on the field. And that just stood out to me too. About him, that was kind of my favorite take from that interview. Just that when he's there, he gives 110%. There's no letting off the gas pedal. There's none of that. It's when you're there, you're 110%.
Yeah.
Like us.
We're all the way
And
in.
like you guys listening. Here's the question as we go to break. We'll come back with your phone call, 615-737-1045. This may sound like an easy answer off the cuff, but do a little thinking here. Which player benefits the most with the addition of Julio Jones to the Titans roster? Which player benefits most on that
There's
Titans
so
roster?
many correct answers.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you immediately think of A.J. Brown or Ryan Tannehill, but just do some – and maybe it is those
or
guys.
Derrick Henry.
Maybe it is one of those guys.
Or it could be the other side of the ball.
Or Todd Downing.
Hey. Could be
That
your
was a good
mom.
one.
I don't know.
Or Mike Vrabel.
It could be Shaif's mom. I like to work Shaif's mom jokes into the show. All right, which
Or us.
player benefits the most with the addition of Julio Jones to the Titans roster? We want to hear
I
from
guess
you.
you said player, so it can't be coach.
Yeah, 615-737-1045 or Shaif's mom. 615-737-1045. Watch the show on Zone TV, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter /Periscope. Get that done too. We are up and
please.
running. Yeah, Twitch, please. We'll be right back.
J-Mart and Ramon. That's really all we need to say.
That's okay, too.
J-Mart and Ramon. Tomorrow morning from 6 to 10.
104.5 The Zone.
Upton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that is where you need to get that next new vehicle. If you're new to town, check these guys out. They are the best in the market. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Springfield, Tennessee is where they are. Beautiful drive, 24 West exit, 35 straight shot to Springfield, 3450 Tom Austin Highway. That's where you'll find the best car buying experience you've ever had, or truck, or SUV, or Jeep. Go ahead and get it done. Check out the website, GuptonMotors.com. The entire inventory is there. All of the dealership information is there as well. That's GuptonMotors.com. Go ask your questions. Take your test drive. Their only goal is to get you in the vehicle that's right for you and your family. That's it. No pressure at all. You will feel none of that. Go make that deal work, and you'll go inside. They'll help make the numbers work, and that'll make it super easy. Get it done. 3HL. Encouraging you, at least me, encouraging you to check out Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Get it done again online, GuptonMotors.com.
When was the last time you took a good look at your garage doors? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage Doors.
Great, y'all. 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, producer Joe Hunk, and Nashville, we're here for you. You're not right here.
I'm right here.
There you are.
Yeah.
Why are you going to wear a white shirt and then order a bunch of wings?
Because that's what I do. I told you, when I went to prom, I didn't care. I was still going to use the sauce, and I spilled it on me. So I fully expect me to spill some wing sauce or a little bit of lemon pepper crumble on me.
Yeah, so we now have wings in the studio. I've got a double espresso that Will Bowling got me. It's a good combination. Will comes in, and Don immediately attacks him for wearing white shoes, to which I said, I'm wearing white shoes too. White shoes are in, Don. The problem is they don't stay white very long.
Well,
That's the biggest problem.
I don't pretend to be a fashionista. I just don't like them. I think you guys look like grandpa.
Everything comes back around. This is a style that has come back around.
You want to look like Grandpa? Wear like the all-black Air Force Ones. And I know that's
What?
that's
No,
sacrilege.
Those are
yeah.
sweet.
That's sacrilege.
Babs,
I can't pull those off.
I said that too.
No, they look like orthopedic shoes.
Man, Ramon and Renardo
No,
got on
your
me so
white
tough about that.
shoes.
The white Air Force Ones are dope.
What
are
you guys
dope.
have on look like orthopedic shoes.
No.
These are like white Cole Haans, no free shout outs, that are just like all totally like, it's just white. It's simple. Like somebody tweeted the other day, and Will
It looks
Compton
like
actually
orthopedic shoes.
retweeted this and said said guys will like in the summer put on a t-shirt that's 2 sizes too big, athletic shorts, and then white shoes and be like, this is a fit.
These
And that describes me perfectly.
Adidas Game Court.
See?
All white.
No free shout outs.
All right, grandpa.
Guess what, though? I said the same thing, Babs. And Renardo and Ramon got on me so tough about I was going to get me some black Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
And they were like, you better not.
No,
Those are so played
It
out.
sounds like such a good idea, and
It
then you
does.
get them and you put them on. You're
You
like,
look kinda
oh my
weird.
gosh.
Look, I look great. I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
white ones, though, the white ones for the win. I'm going
Oh,
all
for
day
sure.
long, all day long.
You don't like
Don't
my
listen-
jeans
Cut
either.
Jeans. I
Don't
don't
listen
like
to
your jeans.
Davenport.
Don't listen.
I seriously though, I will
not saying
say, I didn't get into skinny jeans until like 5 years.
Well, these
after
aren't even really,
they
like,
were a
skinny.
thing,
Yeah, I can't
so-
get into
I'm
skinny
just
jeans,
like,
literally.
I'm skinny.
I'm pointing out that I'm not.
Literally
I'm
skinny.
not cool. So what you're wearing might be cool for your generation. I don't.
That's also where I'm in a different generation of literally everyone in this building except Lucas. I don't even claim Buck to be in our generation. He's just kind of doing his own thing.
Buck's almost
This is where
30.
Lucas and I are the only ones that are
Yeah,
like
but
in.
you act like an 80-year-old. That you don't count.
Yeah, and Buck acts like he's 12, and so there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
take
Happy
that
New Year
trade.
right there.
I will absolutely
Year.
take that trade.
All right. Anyway, you'll take the Julio Jones trade too, I'm sure.
Sure. Great to see you. Thanks for the wings.
Oh, no
Are
problem.
you out?
He's out.
Okay. I was about to ask you who you think benefits the most from the Julio Jones edition.
Mhm.
Because that's our segment right now. So if you want to jump in, 615-737-1045, what player benefits the most from the Julio Jones edition?
I'll give
because
my,
you can go in any direction.
I'll give my 1% and then I'll peace out because this was the
Sounds
topic of the Zone Daily podcast today. Rate, review, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. That in 2019,
Oh,
Derrick
yeah, for
Henry.
3HL too.
Yeah,
Rate,
that too, that
review,
too. Yeah,
subscribe.
I
I just subscribed today.
Me too, Babs.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank
We're
you,
in.
Slay.
All right.
How long have I worked here?
This
We're
is
in.
day one of 3HL.
We're in. Welcome to the show.
Finally made it.
Goodness sakes. In 2019, Derrick Henry ran against an 8-man box 36% of his rushes, which led the NFL. In 2020, that number dropped to 28%. And what did he do? He ran for 2,000 yards. That number, I think, drops closer to 24 or 25% because teams are going to have to keep an
Account
extra
for it.
safety and extra attention for Julio Jones.
I think early in the season, they're still going to be like, we got to stop the run.
Well, but I don't
And then-
think
so. I think Tannehill is going to have to.
How many carries did Derrick Henry have week 1 in Denver again last season where we're already talking about the durability concerns of him? Julio Jones is important for Derrick Henry because it increases the shelf life of the best running back in the league.
Maybe.
You don't have many more seasons of him carrying the ball 35 times in week 1 and still being at his best in week 17, now week 18. You got to increase his shelf life and get the most value out of him by making him more efficient by adding weapons around him.
I don't know.
So I'm going Henry.
Okay.
Now I'm going to leave and eat
That's-
my wings. Thank you.
There
Thank you,
go.
Will Bowling.
No, but that's a
Good
legit
take.
answer.
Mhm.
That's a correct answer. And I think there are numerous correct answers.
Yeah, and we'll give ours as we go through this, but we want to hear from you as well. Again, which player benefits the most from the addition of Julio Jones? 615-737-1045. Isaac is up first in Nashville. Isaac, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Isaac?
You got it, man.
So right now, I really feel that it's 50-50 for me who's going to benefit from Julio, and that's one going to be A.J. Brown. Reason being, Corey Davis was a great fit for him, but knowing that you have a future for sure Hall of Famer on the opposite side of him, who's going to for sure draw that double team all the time. Right now, we're going to see AJ go into a whole nother level that nobody was expecting for sure. And then as far as Derrick Henry, they're going to start the season off for sure, like he mentioned. They're going to put 8-9 people in the box. They're going to test us. They're going to see, okay, if Ryan Tannehill is really that gunslinger that they say that he can be, in which he is. So once teams realize, hey, he has no problem with bombing the ball down the field, they're going to ease off, and then next thing you know, Derrick Henry's going to go crazy. So it really leaves us at, hey, what do you want to do? Because either way, we're going to put points on the board. What are you going to do? How do you want it is the real question.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Like that. Like that.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like when a guy ends with a Tupac line. How do you want it? 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. That's some good stuff there. All right, on Twitter at 3HL1045. You can get us that way. RJ in Phoenix says, make sure y'all leave those wing bones on Buck's desk.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Smart.
Too bad. Does Buck have like a locker or mailbox or something?
Oh, we could stick him in there.
Yeah. Give him a little
We all have
present.
mailboxes down there, but because nobody's really been downstairs in so long, it's like a graveyard of people who used to work here.
I got a mailbox?
Nah. New people don't have it because there's nobody down there to do it.
Do I have one, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I know. I used to just get hers
He
and bring
would
it
grab
to her.
if there was something in there for me. He'd just grab it. I've
Johnny the
never seen it.
Poet. Since quarterbacks often miss some weeks, Jones's biggest beneficiary is Quentin Meeks. Okay. DB on the Titans.
Weeks, Meeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
615-737-1045. Luke in Nashville next up. Hey, Luke, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? So I don't think there's a wrong answer to that question, but I think a under-the-radar beneficiary would be Anthony Ferkser. I mean, you can only game plan for so many big play stars, and I think with the three-headed monster of Henry, Brown, and Julio, it's going to be hard for defensive coordinators to game plan for everybody. And I think Anthony Ferkser, I mean, he was open all the time last year, so I figured he'd probably have a pretty good chance of kind of lighting it up this year. So I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I went with Ferkser and Josh Reynolds yesterday because I think they're going to see a lot of single coverage. I think they're going to see some open space there in the middle. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you've got to – I mean, you're going to have to try to disguise. You're going to have to roll coverage. You're going to have to try to give Tannehill a different look post-snap as he's looking at pre-snap and hope you can get him there because, you know, if everybody's healthy and you've got A.J. Brown on one side and Julio Jones on the other side and Derrick Henry in the backfield, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I think it's going to – go ahead, Babs.
No, I was just going to stay with the Ferkser thing. Let me ask you this. I mean, are you comfortable enough in his skill set and his ability and everything at that position to go say that he's the one that's going to benefit and have a breakout year?
I really think that Ferkser is going to have a breakout year. The problem with Ferkser, though, is you kind of tell your tale when he's in there, right? Because, like,
right now you do.
He's not a blocking guy. So, so if you go two tight ends, then, you know, you can do some things in terms of play action pass and things like that, and maybe you're not. But
who's your other one?
Yeah, I mean
Josh Reynolds.
No,
Swaim.
Put Josh Reynolds. Let Josh Reynolds get right there.
Or as one media member asked the head coach about Jason
Josh Reynolds
Swain.
Put his hand in the ground real quick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Josh Reynolds will be back in his whip in no time if that happens.
I mean, Ferkser went from, remember, we've talked about his rookie season where he caught 19 balls on 20 targets. That's pretty amazing. Then 14 in year two, 39 for 387 and a touchdown last year. So you could theoretically see continued growth from him. I'm in the pro Ferkser pile.
See,
Okay.
my thing is we have to draw a line
Not
and say
sold on him.
what is benefiting. Like, okay, are we going to have another 1,000-yard season from A.J. Brown? Did he really benefit from them, by being able to repeat their performance? Or is it Ferguson, who now gets 700 yards with 6 touchdowns? Now, that's a benefit.
Yeah.
But do you want to go
saying
that far?
if you get the A.J. Brown you got last year, then
Right.
is that really a benefit? But I look at it as if you don't have Julio over there, there's no way A.J. Brown would
Can get
be,
back to
his
that.
numbers would never be what they were last year.
He can't be who he is.
Correct.
Okay. I think from my point, I think it'll fluctuate throughout the season. I think in the beginning it'll be one, and then when people are like, you know what, enough is enough. Derrick Henry has 700 yards through 4 games. Let's switch it. And then somebody else, they put the 8 in the box. So I think it's a great problem.
Well, and I think
I like that.
they've also set this thing up like old school Patriots style, where they could go in with a different game plan each week. And
right.
And, it used to be, back in the day, it used to be really difficult if you were playing fantasy football to have a New England running back.
Right.
Because you could get a guy go for 200 yards and the next week not even touch the ball.
You are exactly right.
I don't think they're there by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think they have it set up to where, hey, today we like to match up Julio has on the outside. We're going to target him like 14 times.
Yeah.
Or, this time Josh Reynolds is going to find some freedom across the middle in the slot. We're going to target him. Or we're going to let Derek carry it 30 times this game. I just think they have it set up pretty well now.
So with that happening, I want to take the perspective of the guys on the defensive end benefiting most from getting Julio Jones, because you
There
make
you
the
go.
offense
I like
more
it.
potent.
Yep.
I like it.
It becomes more potent. That
I
is
was gonna go
defense
that
is totally
direction.
different.
I
So,
like that.
yeah, Babs. I mean, we always get in the car and ride together, Babs. Just
That's
make sure we
right.
got our seatbelts on. We gone.
That's right.
Brent is in the back because he
Sleigh
won't
rides
put his seatbelt on. We're just gonna let him ride free, bounce all around.
I'm going to go with your most
Go lay down back there.
I'm going to go with your most obvious answer ever in Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
And first of all, he benefits the most immediately because he just got $23.4 million deposited into his bank account. So Ryan Tannehill is benefiting the most from the Julio Jones signing right now.
You are right,
That
Babs.
is for sure. With that restructure, it's like, hey, $23 million of your salary is now converted into a bonus. Here you go, buddy.
Wow, is it that easy
Dude.
for him to be overshadowed until we get to the season about what his impact could really be on this team by having these names? First, you think Titans, the first person you think is A.J. Brown. King Henry. Then A.J. Brown and Julio Jones side by side. Then you get to Tannehill. Like, when the season comes, man, it's going to be a lot of pressure on Downey, without question, because I like what you brought up yesterday, Babs. But, man, Tannehill is he's going to end up being the engine, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, distribute, man.
Yeah,
Distribute the ball.
there you go.
And that plays right into his style of play.
Perfect.
615-737-1045. Let's go to Darrington on line 2. Darrington, what's up?
Okay, guys, I guess I got to be the honest guy in the room. I need everybody to pay attention here real quick.
Okay, here we go.
Now, everybody's putting faith in Ryan Tannehill, who was a wide receiver drafted by the Miami Dolphins. I believe he is overhyped, and the talent around him made him what he was. Now, there is no safety blanket in a tight end for the offense that Tennessee ran. Now, if you want the numbers break down that he will be the third best rated passing quarterback in his own division, minus the weapons from the rookie that's coming. Carson Wentz was almost an MVP, barring injury. Ryan Tannehill was never really considered an MVP because of Derrick Henry. Now, I say you go get rid of Ryan Tannehill, Taylor Lewan, you bring in Aaron Rodgers. Now, if Derrick Henry gets hurt, you still are guaranteed a Super Bowl run. I'll let you, boy.
See you, man.
Darrington, I need you to send me whatever you're drinking.
Man,
I need some of that.
Like,
send it on over here.
I mean, I literally couldn't disagree more with that take.
First and foremost.
Every single bit of that take. Well, at first I'm like, is this Darrington Evans?
I thought he was going to say Darrington Evans, which is an interesting.
Darrington, are you trying to get more carries here talking about Ryan Tannehill can't throw the ball?
Come
That's
on,
Darrington Evans. He
like,
just
if you're
going
to take what he's done, look at what he's been drafted as a wide receiver. Cool, great, whatever.
Shows what
By
kind of
the way,
athlete he is.
Carson
Where-
Wentz
exactly.
was so bad.
So bad.
So bad last year.
Oh, my gosh.
The fact that you just talked about him being better than Ryan Tannehill at this point, I can't even respond.
And Darrington, you said that Tannehill was only great because of the weapons he had around him. Well, they put another weapon around him.
Now he's got another one.
Come on, Darrington.
he's got one more.
That wasn't a good one. I feel you wanting to get A-Rod in here. If you're going to go on that stance, that's cool. But that's overhyped. I mean, I think we take Tannehill for him being who he is, who he's shown since he's been here. That's all we got to work with.
Right.
All right.
And what he has been since he's been QB1 here in Nashville is nothing but good.
Ryan Tannehill
Nothing
last
but
year,
good.
number 5 rated passer in the NFL. In 2019, number 1 rated passer in the NFL.
Thank you.
2 years, 2 top 5s.
What do you want? You bring up a
What
guy
have
like
you-
Carson
What
Wentz.
have you done for me lately? And guess what? Carson Wentz hadn't done it lately.
Anything. Like, okay, if we want to talk about that,
Now, he
Carson Wentz
might
is the
work.
one. No, Carson Wentz was overhyped.
Right.
He had a breakout.
Here you go, Slay.
Fun,
Here
a
you
hell
go.
of a year. He had a hell of a year, but he ain't did nothing yet but carried bags. That's it.
Since then?
Since then.
Yeah.
Now he brought some more bags down to Indianapolis, and they expect, like, come on.
But
hey.
Colin thinks they're going to win the championship.
Yeah, and Colin is a fool.
By the way,
Not one of the ones that we want on the
Coward
field.
also loves Wentz, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
like,
He
I mean,
does.
come
he
on,
like
man. I'm not
has
buying
loved
that.
him forever.
By the way, Carson Wentz was sacked 50 times last year.
Like, come on.
16
Oh, good
touchdowns,
Lord.
15 interceptions. Now, that 2017 season.
Who was his coach last year?
Oh, gosh. Why'd you ask me that?
Not Douglas. Douglas Peterson, no.
No, his OC.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
Right.
the 2017
I just-
year, he was
Stump the
awesome.
swab. Good job, man.
No, I couldn't remember. That's why I was hoping you guys.
That was 2017.
Doing sports talk radio is a lot like being a lawyer in a courtroom. You never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Sorry.
But you got to be able to give it back to him.
The peeps will know. Michael in Nashville. Michael, what's up? How are you?
Hey there, man. Look, the answer, I think, to the question of who benefits the most is the Titans' offense. That's what's so great about this signing is this isn't a 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, they created true synergies where 1 + 1 = 3 = 4. I mean, you look down across the Titans' offense in general, and the bottom line is everyone's job got made easier. Everyone benefits for it. Julio!
I like that.
That's
Doug Peterson.
everyone's job
That's
just
it, yeah.
got easier.
Doug Peterson was the head coach.
No,
No,
I'm
we was
saying
talking about. Yeah,
OC.
I said that part.
Yeah.
I said Douglas Peterson. I just called it.
Good on you.
We was talking-
No, man. Who
Well,
cares who the Eagles offensive coordinator is?
I don't be well. Okay.
Carson, because Carson felt
Well,
like they
Carson
wasn't on
did,
the
'cause
same.
it didn't work.
Exactly.
Well, Carson and Doug Peterson weren't even speaking. Remember that
Right.
story?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
Like halfway through the season,
Yep.
all the way to the end, they didn't speak. How is that even possible?
And people, man, hey man, this coach thing. I mean, that really gets me worked up, dude. Like to think that they're adding a piece like Carson Wentz, who just because he's going back with his OC, like that does not work for me to put him in a spot where you didn't play well the last 2 years, and you really separated the locker room. One, then on the field, no one wanted to play for you because they didn't know what they were playing for. Now you bring that to Indianapolis, and all of a sudden, boom, they're on the AFC South? Nah, man. Nah.
All right, Jim Wyatt from TennesseeTitans.com will join us now. We'll
Come
get
on,
more
Jim.
into his take on the addition of Julio Jones. Then we'll go back to the phones. Lines are loaded. Stay there. We'll get to you. This is 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
We're on all your devices. 104.5 The Zone TV. Live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Periscope.
Fire protection, carbon monoxide protection, medical pendants, and alerts. Everyone has different reasons for needing a security system. And you may have been told insurance sometimes requires it. I think we would all agree that the main reason for needing a security system is to keep the bad guys out of your home or business. My name is Shooter Stein, president of NCA, National Certified Alarms. NCA was founded in 1997 right here in Middle Tennessee. We're locally owned, so you can talk to folks you know, not to people at some far-off company in another state or country. And the best part? Landline monitoring starts at only $9.95 a month, and our wireless monitoring starts at $19.95 a month. At NCA, we have no long-term contracts. NCA can convert your existing security system or install a new one for you. For more details on rates and services, please visit our website at nca.cc or give us a call at 615-777-7NCA. That's 615-777-7622. License number 645.
Spring is the time for the perfect proposal. My friends at Brentwood Jewelry are here to help you pop that question. Let them help you take stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Tons and tons of possibilities for you for any of your gifting needs all year long at Brentwood Jewelry. Go in there, meet Brandon and Salem and the guys. They are awesome people, and they are ready to be your jeweler. That way, you know, they get to know you. They get to know what you need and what you like and all of those things, and it'll be that easy. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. You can check them out online, brentwoodjewelry.com. These guys are the best. I love going in and visiting with them and then watching them interact with their clientele because you become instant friends with these guys, and they can help you with any of your gifting needs all year long. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Again, BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Hey, it's J Mart. Try Arby's new brisket bacon flatbread today. It's sliced 13-hour smoked beef.
Hey, old man.
Made it through a 45-minute workout, baby.
How you feeling?
I'm sore.
Jim Wyatt joins us, TennesseeTitans.com. Jimmy, what's up? How are you?
How you guys doing?
If only there was, a little bit more happening over there at the facility, man.
It's been crazy. Certainly there have been some big stories that have happened since I've covered the team. This one's generated about as much buzz as any of them. I've done, written a ton of stories, done a lot of radio from across the country. Titans are obviously, kind of been the talk of the NFL over the last couple of days. Expectations have gone up. Certainly everyone's, ready to embrace that. But you had a guy like Julio Jones, and you put him on a team that already has Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill, and certainly the defense has kind of been rebuilt. It gets people excited. So should be fun. It should be fun to cover a guy like Julio Jones, and hopefully he'll stay healthy, and the team will benefit from having him on the squad.
I'm going to ask you a question that we've been asking the listeners today. Which player benefits the most from the addition of Julio Jones to the Titans roster? What do you think?
Well, I like Don's answer. Ryan Tannehill, not only does he get the restructured contract that, when people see it sometimes they think it's a bad thing. Reality is he's restructuring his contract and getting a big chunk of money right now. So he benefits financially, and when he drops back in the pocket, when he's not handing the ball off to Derrick Henry, he's got weapons galore now. I mean, he's got Julio Jones on one side. He's got A.J. Brown on another. He's got a big receiver in Josh Reynolds. Obviously, everybody benefits from Julio Jones. It's A.J. Brown, who will get fewer bracket coverages and maybe less attention. Derrick Henry, who now you can't have teams putting 8-9 men in the box. Everybody benefits, but I think Tannehill, more than anybody for a number of reasons.
Jim Wyatt with us at J Wyatt Sports on Twitter.
So one of the names that have come up as far as benefit is Ferkser. I look at him and we kind of look at his numbers and his stats that have grown, year after year since he's been here. But clearly at this point, when you look at salary cap space and all of that, I mean, Ferkser's going to be your guy there at tight end. From a skill set standpoint, what have you seen from him kind of developing last year into this year, even prior to that? What have you seen as far as development from him at that position, and is he set to be that guy?
Well, he is set to be that guy. I still of the opinion that they're still going to add somebody at that position. Now, will it be a big name player who's going to take a draft pick to get him and probably have to pay him some money? Now I'm probably less high on that happening now, just because you just made a monster move. But still, I look at that position. You see Ferkser, you see Jeff Swaim, and then you see a bunch of other unproven guys behind them. And, maybe somebody emerges, but it's still not going to surprise me if someone else is added there. I do think Ferkser's in line to be the biggest pass catcher for that group right now. Does the Julio Jones addition impact him? Yeah, but I look at it, a couple of different ways. I mean, I think up until this time last week when we were talking, Julio Jones and A.J. Brown and Josh Reynolds probably regarded as your top two receivers. And Anthony Ferkser was the guy returning who had the most experience in the slot coming back from last year. Now that you've got Julio to the group, I think you're going to see all three of those guys I just mentioned lining up all over the field, including the slot, and maybe Ferkser's not needed as much there as he was, again, this time last week. He's still going to have a role, and he's going to benefit when he's out there from having big guys around him that attract attention. And I like what I've seen from him in OTAs. I think he just looks a lot more confident. I think he looks faster. I think he's always a consistent, reliable guy catching the football. But, I think he's really worked hard to put himself in a position to be successful. And I think he knows now that, he's going to be counted on more than ever before, and I think that means a lot to a pro as well.
Jim, you got a glance at Julio coming in. Is this a guy that comes in and it's not going to be egos? You know, he's going to put everything to the side, and it is a must win. When that happens, if you get a guy out there and there's a lot of weapons, how does Tannehill answer that bell? Tannehill answer that bell about getting the ball to guys, you know, and if he fumbles that, how do you get that back in grass? How does Downey handle that?
Well, I think distributing it is going to be Tannehill's job, obviously, and I've probably done 20, 25 interviews from across the country over the last couple of days because, again, Titans are the buzz of the NFL right now, and several times when I have talked, I've kind of said that, now they got to find a way to keep all these guys happy, and then I've kind of caught myself and said, that kind of makes it sound like these guys are all in it for themselves, and so there are going to be some disgruntled players if they're not getting the football, and I don't think that's the case with any of these guys. I mean, Julio, yes, he's look at his track record. Look how many catches he has. He's had 3 100-yard seasons. He's catching the ball 80, 90 times a year consistently. He's going to want receptions. A.J. Brown, is an emerging player who obviously, his career is going to go even higher. But he can't complain about if his numbers are affected a little bit because he's a guy. He was the campaign manager for Julio Jones coming in. So I think he understands how it impacts things. Derrick Henry, he takes a lot of pride in being a guy that this team relies on and takes a lot of pride in leading the league in rushing. But I don't think he's going to be moping if he's not getting the carries that he got previously because you've got another big-time receiver here. I think what the Titans' plan is and Todd Downing's plan is to try to get them all involved, try to, find favorable matchups to put these guys in, create a culture where they're all helping each other, and then win football games. And I think that's what's most important to every one of these guys. I haven't spent a lot of time around Julio. I've observed him from afar, certainly heard him a lot in interviews, but anytime I ask people about him, the guy they kind of compare him to from a work mindset and from how he handles himself is Derrick Henry. And I think he's fitting into a locker room and stepping into a locker room and a team where he's going to be a great fit, and he's going to see things the way a lot of other guys do.
Love it. The mailbox is up, TennesseeTitans.com. Check that out. Jim Wyatt's work is there. Everybody that works on the website, of course, the OTP, all of that stuff. TennesseeTitans.com. Thank you, Jim. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Jim.
Okay, you have a good week. Thank you.
At Jay Wyatt Sports on Twitter. When we come back, more of your phone calls. Lines are loaded. People want to react to Julio Jones.
We want to know.
Being added to the roster, who benefits the most. Also, Ian Rappaport just tweeted how much cap space the Titans have cleared with this Tannehill deal. You may be surprised by this number. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Have a late lunch with Blaine and Mickey.
No, but people eat beef tongue. That's a thing. Lucas nodding.
Yes.
I just can't imagine a cow going, like trying to move with no tongue.
That's a cow. That's a big tongue.
Oh, yeah, it's a big tongue.
Blaine and Mickey. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 3 on 104.5 The Zone.
What in the world? It's hard to follow that, huh? Hey, summer is here. It's starting to get warm again, and maybe your air unit was kind of limping along last summer, and you know what's coming. Maybe vacation, summer sports, childcare, all of that during the spring and summer months. We all know makes money tight, but if your HVAC unit goes out, you have no choice. You got to get it fixed. And if you know it's coming, you need to call my guy, Kevin. Kevin at Complete Comfort Solutions, your complete heating and cooling solution. I know firsthand that he's the best and the most affordable, and he's going to take care of you, and he's not going to try and sell you some, come check out your unit's package, any of that. He is going to do whatever you guys need to do to make sure that your AC unit is fixed. So don't stress. Call my no finance HVAC guy, Kevin, Complete Comfort HVAC. He's there for you during the cold winter weather, and he's there for you in the summer. They use multiple banks to get financing to get you the best rates to fit your budget. But if that does not work, they offer no credit check financing, no need to wait. When your unit breaks, you can get the replacement when you need it and make monthly payments that works with your credit. He's actually coming out tomorrow to check on my units and make sure everything that he installed and make sure everything is going great. Kevin is awesome. Your complete heating and cooling solution. It's My Complete Comfort Solutions. That's who you need to call. Serves all of Middle Tennessee. Here's the phone number, 615-668-4784. MyCompleteComfortSolutions.com. Tell Kevin I sent you. He'll take care of you. 615-668-4784.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Lexicon, your holistic provider of practice management software and legal support services. The Phoenix Suns are very good at the game of basketball. Yeah, I said it. I just don't know why I had to. Instead of putting that proper on the Suns' name, most seem to be putting that beatdown of the Lakers on Bron's health and his superstar running mate spending a good majority of the series in, quote, street clothes. Well, how about now? What do you all have to say after last night's 122-105 Game 1 beatdown of the Nuggets? They're deep, and they're tough, and they're extremely well coached by Monty Williams. Yes, Tom Thibodeau won the NBA Coach of the Year yesterday. However, Monty could have been awarded that as well. And you know who's not laughing, Tibbs? The Nuggets. I'm Jim Rome.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Nashville area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. 810 Crescent Center Drive, Suite 160, Franklin, Tennessee, 37067.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines
Hillsboro Pike at Otter Creek Road. Be on the lookout for that. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
From the Mark Spain Real Estate Studio, WGFX Gallatin, Nashville, a Cumulus station. Our season never ends. Your home for Titans and Vols football. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon. I'm Joe Hunk, and it only took about 48 hours to get it done, and Ryan Tannehill has restructured his contract and converted $23.4 million of his base salary into bonus money, and it frees up around what is being reported now as $18 million. For basically what you need to know, Ryan Tannehill went to work today and received a $23 million paycheck that he can put into his bank account as he walked out the door. He's going to be getting paid $1 million over the season. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a Vandy fan or if you're a Tennessee fan. You are getting ready for the Super Regionals. Now, we know who Vanderbilt's going to be facing this weekend. That is East Carolina, but it was not decided until after midnight last night, and it will be LSU that will be making their way to Knoxville for Super Regionals to take on the Tennessee Vols. They scored 3 runs in the 8th inning to beat Oregon 9-8, and now we get the rematch that we've all been waiting for after what the words from Paul Manera was earlier in the year. And news out of Jacksonville right now is that Jags quarterback and first overall pick Trevor Lawrence has a little bit of hamstring tightness. He's going to sit today, he's going to sit tomorrow, and he should be back on the field on Thursday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once and at your home for the Titans, the Vols, and that second hour of 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty.
Number 2, I'm in the building.
Can you guys feel the heat coming off these phones?
Yes.
I say these phones. There's one phone.
But it's on fire.
It's on fire. Literally on fire. I can smell it. It smells like diesel.
It'll run forever. I had 2 kids run up to me there. Guess what they said? I'm in the building.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking, dude. I'm not joking. Trip me out. You said it, Brent.
I love it.
3HL sweeping the nation, man.
Thanks to Babs. We got him in the business.
Mr. Babs.
No, he said thanks to Bab.
Oh. You said that one time without thinking about it. And Bab laughed like a little schoolgirl over there.
Yeah, it was on.
And then every day I'm like, say it. You got to say it.
Do it.
You got to set him up.
Go.
I was up at UT for a specialist camp for my kid the other day, and one of the staffers came up to me. He's like, "Man, I love the show. Ron Slay's the best. I love Slay on the show." And I'm like, "Me too. Means I talk less."
Right?
I like it.
And then I go into the UT bookstore looking for stuff, and this woman said, "Where can I get some barbecue?" I'm like, "You gotta go to the iconic place." I told this the other day, yesterday. Calhoun's on the River.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it's the best necessarily, but
it's a staple.
But you got to go when you're in Knoxville.
Yeah, and you're right down the street. I mean,
Right.
and her kid was on an official visit. You know, she was all dressed up and everything, and I held the door for her. She was like, "I just love it at the University of Tennessee." So if Tennessee got some 5-star linebacker because I held the door for this woman.
And sent her to Calhoun's.
Yeah,
You're
y'all
welcome.
can remember me well,
Y'all welcome.
Vol fans. And then some guy heard me talking to her, and he was like, "Mayor." And I'm like, "What up, man?" In the UT bookstore in Knoxville. And he goes, "Man, I live in Kingsport. I've been listening to 3HL forever. I love Slay and Dawn and you. Like, what a great combo." I'm like, "Okay."
Thanks, my
My
man.
boss's name is Paul Mason.
Here's his email. Just let him know.
Love to hear from you.
Fun day on the Hill. Going to be a fun day this weekend, too, as LSU and Tennessee are going to go at it. And there's no love lost here.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of smack talk going on during those games.
This is the greatest matchup for college baseball right here. I mean, you want to put more eyes on it? Here you go.
Yes. This is it.
This
exactly
is,
what we're looking
Well,
for.
with all the rumors, too, like, so you had the sweep, and then you had LSU's coach making some comments, Paul Maneri, about Tennessee and its players and all these things.
Yeah.
And then you've got LSU obviously wanting to hire Vitello, And then you've got Tennessee saying, no. We'll give you everything you want. We'll give you everything you want.
As they should.
Chris Lowe said about a week and a half ago on our show, I was out that day, but you guys were talking with him about that whole situation. And he said, look, they're not going to be outdone by money.
Right.
They're prepared to make him one of the highest paid coaches in the country. And
Crazy.
And then the Knoxville News Sentinel wrote that same information like a week later, and everybody went crazy about it. I'm like, Chris Lowe said that on the Zone like a week ago. But anyway,
dude,
Chris Lowe just knows
you
stuff.
have to listen to Chris Lowe segments
knows stuff.
because, but the way that he presents it, nobody gets all up in arms because he's never like breaking news.
No,
blah,
it's just
blah,
matter
blah.
of fact.
He just matter of fact. It's very subtle. He very subtly tells you everything you need to know about what's going on in certain programs. Telling you, don't miss a Chris Lowe segment.
The other thing that he said that probably got swept under the rug is when Tennessee makes him one of the highest paid coaches in America, Vanderbilt will then redo Tim Corbin's deal to outdo that Tennessee contract.
So don't feel left out.
Yeah, prepare for that. So Vanderbilt, East Carolina, Tennessee, LSU coming up. We'll play those comments from Paul Maneri. He doubled down not too long ago on T-Bob's show, and Jacob Hester, right, down there in Louisiana. And if you're a Tennessee fan, you'll be like, screw those guys, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, where can I play?
Yeah, please.
And if you're not a Tennessee fan, you're like, oh, I'm watching this series.
Right. You want to know what's going on.
I want to see what's going to happen.
I want to see the drama in this series because you know it's going to be intense.
Speaking of drama, we'll get back to the phones in just a second about the continued Julio discussion. Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers forfeited his $500,000 workout bonus. He's likely giving out $93,000 for missing minicamp. Ian Rappaport told us yesterday he's not going to go, and he's not there. Here's the thing.
Which we understand is nothing to him. It's a piss in the bucket.
Yeah, cool. 600,000. He'll take this.
Piss in the bucket. Nice.
I think that's a new saying. I think I just combined some
piss in the bucket.
But
no, when you thought you were onto something with bunk, you might actually be onto something with piss in the bucket.
That.
I don't think that my mom would appreciate me using piss in the bucket.
Well, she doesn't listen to the show. I mean,
she doesn't.
Honest.
You're right.
Babs don't even watch her brother. Why would her mom listen to this show?
Yeah, Spot Track has this. He said,
tweeted me last night and was like, "Is
Sure
this
did.
your
I saw
brother in trouble with the curve?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's him. That's actually a movie that I've seen." Yeah. For those that don't know, my brother's in movies, and I don't ever see his movies.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Could he not hit the curveball?
No, he was a waiter in that movie, but he had some lines. He had a bunch of lines.
Are you trying to say that Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? And before you come at me, that was a line in Major League.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Joe Boo needs a refill.
Needs a refill.
And if you don't know that, then we're not friends.
Mm-hmm.
And if Dawn is saying that,
right?
That's her favorite movie of all time.
Spot Track, sorry.
Spot Track said that Aaron Rodgers made $90 million in contract and endorsements from June 2018 to June 2019. Just that one calendar year.
Just a year.
Yeah, so $93,000. Now, the team doesn't
That ain't
have
a piss
to.
in the bucket.
Right.
No, the team doesn't have to get the money from him. They can still give it to him. What would you do?
I'm getting the money from him.
Yeah.
Without
But
question.
if you're the team?
Yeah.
No, this is why they're in this position in the first place.
Yeah, but he's not coming back, Babs.
Now that's a point.
The reason I asked the question
That's
is
the only reason.
you
Now,
could
that's
try
a
to
legit point,
you
Slade.
could try to smooth things over with A-Rod by not taking the $93,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, but just like we just said, it's just a
Because
piss in the bucket to him, so you can't smooth it over.
Well, it's also a piss in the bucket to the Packers, so you might as well just go ahead and pay him and just think maybe you can have some kind of conversation. Maybe that can enhance your conversations. Although Aaron Rodgers said again, right, through his sources, why doesn't he just like say it
Come out and
himself?
say it. Yeah.
I mean,
He's so passive aggressive.
It's so annoying.
Well, he's dating a girl that goes for bark to cure cramps.
Shailene.
She goes to the woods to get her water.
Well, you know what? Shailene needs to teach him to not be a passive aggressive little, you know what?
A passive aggressive little piss in the bucket.
Yeah, right.
They probably do
Just say
piss in the
what you
bucket.
feel.
Who empties the bucket?
Some other guy.
Anyway,
Not them.
But yeah.
Not them.
I have no idea what is going to happen there, but he ain't coming back.
Wouldn't it be something
He's
if
done.
he just told him he's gone?
He's gone.
What if he just told him, hey, you know what? Y'all keep that 600. I'm straight. I'll see y'all a little later.
It's crazy.
basically
It's
is.
crazy.
All right, back to the phones. Aaron Rodgers, man. Back to the phones. Corey in Hendersonville talking about Julio. Which player does does this move benefit the most on the Titans roster? Corey, what's up? How are you?
Not too bad, guys. I definitely feel like it benefits Tannehill, and if you guys can give me just a second, I want to throw some stats at you because I'm on fire right now about everybody talking about how Tannehill is not like the quarterback that his stats make him out to be.
It's crazy.
It's so weird.
You look at 2019's season when Mariota started, he only had 1,200 passing yards and 7 touchdowns in the 6 games he played, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
he didn't
I
take over until.
Listen, when I say this, you say anything negative about Marcus back then, they're coming at you.
Yep.
Everybody.
I feel like that's softened now.
Weapons. Mariota had the same weapons that Tannehill did that year. Tannehill in 4 more games had 2,700 yards passing and 22 touchdowns. If you look at what Tannehill did in Miami in 13, 14, and 15, he passed for more yards than Mariota ever did in his career. He also passed for more yards than Tannehill did last year with us, and he had 33 touchdowns.
There you go.
Thanks, bro. 615-737-1045. I don't get the disrespect to Tannehill.
I don't either.
It's rampant.
It's all about Miami.
You talking about you want to hear a rant? Let the Titans win the Super Bowl. If I'm Tannehill, I'll be on the soapbox going on one.
Yeah,
but he never would.
I know he's not there, but that's why.
He's not that guy.
Yeah, that's when you tell your sources like me, like A-Rod does. I'll be your source, Tannehill. And
You think Tannehill's got reps?
Yeah, me.
Slay's going to be his rep.
I got you.
You heard Tannehill's press conference just now.
Exactly.
So
Heard it
Slay
last
had a good
week.
day. He had a good day today.
No, listen, Ryan Tannehill's, with all due respect to Ryan Tannehill, when he starts talking, I'm out after like 5 seconds.
You seriously were.
I gloss over like I'm in the 3rd grade listening about literature or
Well,
something.
I'll say it was very
This
much.
angling coming at
We're
me.
gonna work hard and we're gonna do whatever we need to do for the team. It's like cliche after cliche. Blah.
I got him.
Boring. It's what did I say about hockey guys? They're
That's
all
what's funny about
boring.
like he's all boring when he's talking, and then he goes and finger rolls in the end zone. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing, man? Which is it?
Alter ego.
Is that what it is?
It's a switch when he gets on the field.
Turns the switch on.
Yep.
Kind of like you when you're on the floor. You're
There you
completely
go.
different off the floor.
I'm totally different. Mild-mannered, just quiet guy. That likes wings.
Whatever works.
Yeah, we better take a break. Hey, by the way, we'll take more of your phone calls. Thank you guys for being
Whatever
on
works.
for being there with us. We'll do that, and we'll play for you the LSU coach talking about Tennessee. He might have used the word classless.
Get fired
in this
up.
soundbite.
Get fired up.
Even if you're not a Tennessee fan, you got to hear it.
Pretty strong. That's coming up next. Stay tuned.
Finally, after weeks of talking about it, Julio Jones is coming to Nashville. The Titans have shown you that they're all in next season by adding a 7-time Pro Bowler to their offense. Now we want to hear what you think on your home for Titans football and new home for Julio Jones. 104.5 The Zone.
If you missed it, mortgage rates have plummeted back to their lowest points of the year. Don Davenport here, and you don't want to miss a fresh new chance to lock in your forever loan with Loan Pronto. Call now. Take advantage of that Loan Pronto special zero-cost refi program. You snag this super low rate. There's no junk fees, no closing costs, and they don't just roll those closing costs into your loan. You hear a lot of people say that's what you're going to get. Nope, they don't do it. They actually cover them for you. Who else does this? If you thought that you missed out on the best rates ever, well, you've got another chance to get in on it. Even if you just refinanced last year, do it again. Take advantage of it. Loan Pronto's all-digital process is fast and easy. That's why the company was started. Most loans get closed in 14 days, and most of them don't even require an appraisal. So call Loan Pronto now. Start the process before those rates spike again at 615-499-5780. Visit them online at loanpronto.com. That's 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. Not all loans eligible for zero cost.
Thanks, Bill. Have a great day.
Every time our seniors pick up their prescriptions, they're saving money thanks to Medicare.
It was.
You sit next to him? You take the middle seat next to Theo?
He was in Section A.
Yeah.
No, he was family
I don't
and friends,
even
bro.
remember. I don't even remember where we were going or what we were doing. But I remember Mr. Babs was like, "Oh, that's T.O." and I'm like, "No, it's not." Then I look over. I'm like, "Well, yeah, it is."
See, leave it to a woman. Immediately, the response is without even knowing
it's
or
not.
looking.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, because I'm like, there's no way T.O.'s flying Southwest.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Babs.
He was.
Fly Southwest this weekend. Was he in the exit aisle or
I
the
love
what do you
Southwest.
call it? The assist in case of a crash, you man the door aisle.
Emergency.
He boarded later. Like, he was late, so I don't know.
Oh,
where
he was
Ooh.
seaboarding.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
T.O. about what, 6'4", 6'5"?
He's big.
Long legs.
Hey,
Yes.
listen.
Well,
T.O.'s
I'm
reps,
saying that to 6'8" over here, but
T.O.'s reps better get on that seating thing 24 hours before.
I forgot who I was telling that to, but everybody doesn't work out that way where you just get the early flights. Some things happen.
yeah.
You just
And
gotta get a
I
flight.
said, well, maybe you got to show up on time. That's
You
your
sure
own-
did,
That's your
Babs.
own fault.
But Babs, I was on time. Remember,
We're
you were
referring to
watching
a
me get
story
the ticket.
where Slay had a problem on the plane.
Going
And he
and
was
coming.
complaining about it. And
Well,
it's
there's
Southwest.
a 5 foot tall dude with the extra leg room at the emergency door.
That made eye contact with me, Babs.
Yeah, I know. Well, guess what? 5 foot tall dude showed up on time and was in the A boarding group. If you don't like it, pay extra and get in the A1 through A15 and show up on time. And
That's
then
why
you
he'll
don't
be
have
little.
anything to complain
He'll
about.
be little all his life.
Listen to you. Be little all
I pat him on his head. If
And
I
that was a
found
Vegas flight. It's not like you were flying for 30
exactly.
minutes.
I'm cool with that. No, it was. This
Like
was.
I said, that's your own fault.
I should have patted him on his head if I would knew you was gonna say that, Babs.
They're not serving drinks either, so
Stay right
can't
there,
take
boy.
yourself out that way.
Stay right there, pat him on
Watch
the
a
head.
movie on your
Stay
cell
right there.
phone, man.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to bring alcohol on
sleep.
either. Like
I
you
know. They
can't.
tell you it's a federal
It
offense.
is a federal offense. Yep.
Why is it a federal offense?
Yeah, that's
Wait, what's a federal offense?
To bring an
Bringing your
airplane
own
bottle, bring alcohol on the
on the plane.
Southwest flight right now.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that? Federal offense.
Tell you what.
Ron Slay arrested.
I got it.
He had an airplane bottle on the
my reps
airplane.
gave- I got to show y'all what my reps sent me.
Titans create over $18 million in cap space, source said, adding 2 voidable years to the deal. Talking Ian Rappaport talking about the new restructure of Ryan Tannehill. Spot Track has him at $9 million under the cap.
Under right now?
Yeah, I think they were $9 million over, and now they're $9 million under.
think
I don't know.
They were about 9 over.
That's all right. What can we go get with 9?
Maybe a defensive end that played for the L.A. Rams that said that he wants to be a part of the Titans.
Melvin Ingram. He did.
I remember that when I was in my
He
fill-in.
tweeted it.
My fill-in days on the
I don't
show.
want him.
I brought that up.
I don't want him, though, Slay.
You don't?
Nah. He's 32.
Flash in the pan?
What? He's 32. Guess.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who else is 32?
Lob,
He missed
Duncan
9
Babs.
games. He missed
Duncan
9 games.
Babs.
He missed 9 games last year.
What? Oh, God, you're just.
Dunk it, Babs. Just dunk it.
set
I mean,
me
I'm
up.
throwing laying it up. Just dunk it.
Just
throwing
set
it
me
up there.
Speaking of, by the way, Rep B, Tennessee, Rep
Mm-hmm.
from Titans Radio just brought in the TO comparison at 32 because yesterday it was the Anquan Bolden comparison, but it's hard to compare the Julio Jones age and skill set to Anquan Bolden at that same age because it's just a different skill set, right? It's just a different athlete.
I mean,
So-
Anquan Bolden was across the middle all the time, just getting hammered.
Well, so today he brought in T.O., who in 2006 signed that 3-year deal with the Cowboys at 32 years old, and his numbers are ridiculous. Ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
85 catches, 1180 yards in 07, 81 for 1355, and then 08, 69 for 1052. So
And imagine, Julio's 1 year younger than him.
there you go.
Then he went to Buffalo, and we're all like, T.O. in Buffalo? That's not going
Right.
to work out well. And then he was doing that reality show, and sure
Yep.
enough, he didn't really like it up there.
Yeah.
Too slow. Lifestyle,
Yeah.
too slow.
And
Yep.
still had 829 yards.
Yeah. Sandy on Twitter, our buddy Sandy Dix, she says, T.O. was on my flight out of Nashville going to ATL when I went to Vietnam 2 years ago. Sat in front of me.
Yep. Southwest.
Yeah, quick
I wonder
flight.
if that's what he does. He just sticks with Southwest. I'm a Southwest girl. I love Southwest.
I'm rolling. Just put me in there.
I'm a Delta brat because my mom worked for Delta for 40 years.
Oh, so you could fly for $7.
I could
whatever it
fly
was.
for free, but you can't. Ever since 9/11, it's just
really
flying's different, and they don't have as much space on planes and things like that. So then it got difficult. And Delta's too expensive for my taste nowadays, man.
My buddy Ethan Ritz in
can't
college,
handle it.
his mom worked for Delta, and he could fly anywhere for, I think it was $7 or something. But he would have to go standby.
Right, that's the only.
So he
part.
would
That's
just
what I'm
sit there and
saying.
wait.
Now, when flights are completely full,
Yeah.
like you can't. It's not very smart. I got stuck in South Africa once because
What a place to be stuck.
I know.
Humble brag.
No, because I went the cheap way on the flight and just flew on my mom's, Delta pass and then couldn't get back.
Remember this time Dawn got stuck in South Africa? Couldn't get out
Just
of the
flying
airport.
from Nashville to Atlanta, somehow ended up in South Africa.
How'd you get there, man?
Dude, that's a long
I got there.
Very
flight.
long. Very.
It's a 22-hour flight.
Yeah.
And you
almost said it.
stop in, Dakar, but they don't let you off the plane because it's too dangerous.
Just
so
sit there.
I thought
you
that was a
stop.
Cologne. That's a city.
Dakar.
Yeah. Senegal.
Dakar is the cologne. Dakar.
I used to wear the hell out of that in high
Everybody
school.
used to wear that in high school.
never had it.
Does it still exist?
I don't know.
Oh, it smells so good.
Did it?
So good. Anyway, back on track. Go ahead. I've got to
South Africa.
Babs like it?
That was
I thought I saw Babs do like
Boy, there were some stories popping through her head right
Got
there.
the phone lines.
Yeah,
in it.
hold on, people.
Ricard back in high
with you
school.
shortly. You just stay right there.
That looked bad.
Yeah,
didn't it?
just stay right there, phones. We'll be right back. We got to talk about it.
As long as you didn't wear white shoes or really short shorts. But if you had your car,
Hey,
we go
tell
to
him it's-
McDonald's.
Hey, tell him it's a chance.
Okay.
Carl, I worked
Hey,
with
man.
T.O.'s trainer at a gym in Buckhead. He looked like Elmer Fudd. I trained his brother, which was phenomenal at basketball. Okay.
Elmer Fudd.
His trainer looked like Elmer Fudd. He said.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah, T.O. doesn't look like
that.
I mean, if Elmer Fudd were a Greek god, I mean, T.O., man, doing those push-ups in the driveway, he was ripped.
Yes, he was.
He was like 230 pounds, too.
Yeah.
Diesel. He was Diesel doing on the hot cement.
Somebody compared Julio to T.O. Who was that?
I wonder who did that.
It's a pretty good comparison now that I think about it.
And you know what another one is?
Huh.
Larry Fitzgerald after 32.
There you go. 615-737-1045.
Marvin Harrison after 32.
Marvin Harrison.
Jerry Rice after 32.
No.
Jerry Rice had
You
like,
can't compare anybody to Jerry.
well, yeah, but he had like 1,300
No.
yards.
1499
Whoa.
in 1848
Really?
at 33 years old. Hey, that's a cheat code.
Hey, it's a different league.
Is that 49ers years or Raiders years?
Nah, that's 49ers.
32,
Raiders years, he was-
33, 34.
At 39, he went and got 1139.
But that's Jerry Rice.
The copper tone.
So
Like, that's a different.
So what you're
that's-
saying is
that's
Julio's
a
got
different level.
Julio's got like 7 more years.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
That's
we
what
can
you're saying.
extend this. Yeah, that's all. Like I'm
All
just
Titans
saying.
fans need is
Yeah.
two.
He's gonna restructure after this year.
Hey, man. Hey. At 34, Marvin Harrison had 1366. Larry Fitzgerald had 1156.
Didn't Marvin
At
Harrison like
34.
low key shoot a guy? Do y'all
No,
remember
no,
that?
That was Harvin
Yes.
Marison.
Oh, Harvin Marison.
That's what the guy said.
Alter ego.
Harvin Marison owned a.
Yeah, I
a
read
bar.
a really disturbing story about Marvin Harrison. Like he had a
That's like
secondary
Vig-
personality. Like
People.
Well, my reps are on. They are working.
they know Marvin Harrison.
They say all Hall of Fame guys. No, yeah, but he is. No, Harvin. I don't know if he gonna make it. I don't know. He probably underground. Harvin's underground.
Might screw that up.
Harvin's underground.
I'm dead serious. When y'all
No.
get a minute, go read this story on. I
It's
forget
a
who
dark
wrote it.
story, very
Yeah.
dark.
And I don't know how it didn't come out more to light. There's some weird stuff going on
I
around
mean,
that guy.
there's like some shows. I mean, not shows, but there's like YouTube episodes on it.
About it,
Like
yep.
murder mystery. Here you go. Like lay it all out.
But you didn't hear that from 3HL. So
No,
Harvey,
zero. We
Harvey,
didn't
we didn't say a word down in Harvey.
Yeah, somebody called in.
No.
Yeah, somebody said
Maybe it was
that.
Oscar in Nashville. Oscar, what's up, man? Oscar. Oscar.
Come on, Oscar. Get on the phone.
Oh, come on,
Oscar.
Oscar. Who are you talking to?
Hey, there we go.
Hey, all right. First of all, I just got to say, I got to wrap up this Ryan Tannehill point. People love to bring up that, like, hey, he was a wide receiver in college. I just think that's a bullcrap point. Yes. I mean, he took the job of a Heisman Trophy winner. But I think really this year people are going to realize that A.J. Brown, best wide receiver in football, because, you know, like, he's kind of got it all. I don't know what this guy can't do, and I'm going to love seeing him get one-on-one coverages all year. Because at the end of the day, people saying, oh, Julio's old. Well, your team's best DB is going to be looking at him every time. It's Julio Jones. What are you going to do? All right, I'm out.
Facts.
Truth.
Like it, Oscar.
We were just trying to protect Oscar from Oscar. I didn't know what was going on there. Could have been a Harvey Marison situation.
They better be careful.
Especially near car washes.
Ooh, and around bars.
Jack in Nashville. Jack, what's up?
Jack, what's up? What's up, fellas? All right. Here's what I got.
All right.
First of all, Dawn is on one today. Whenever Colin, I think his name was, called in, and she said, I want whatever he's drinking.
Oh, yeah, Darrington.
No, that was Darrington.
Yeah, calling in saying, he was drafted as a wide receiver. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And second, piss in the bucket. I never heard that, but that's something I'm going to stick with now.
I like it.
I love it. I love it because I've always heard a drop in the bucket. Well, now it's a piss in the bucket.
Right. There it is.
But
Watch for the splash.
Never heard it. But as far as Julio Jones, I think it's going to benefit the heck out of the offense. And maybe this is wishful thinking, but my kind of thought is if we keep putting points up on the board real fast, is our defense going to be sitting out on the field for too long? Luckily, we got Bud Dupree. Hopefully, he's a huge pickup, which I believe he is. But maybe wishful thinking, like I said, as long as we keep scoring, how long is our defense going to be out on the field?
All right, thank you, brother.
Appreciate it, my brother. So
that's
it's a good problem to have, right?
That's a great problem to have. Yes,
because
that's a great problem to have. And not to mention, I know, I think we have to reel it in, right? But
yes, please.
You also have one of those weapons that is Derrick Henry.
Just a drop in the bucket.
That you can. That was probably what I was thinking that I probably should have said. I know somebody said, I'm not a big fan of piss in the bucket with the kids in the car, so I'm sorry about that.
That's true.
Like I said, my mom would not approve of that saying.
Open the door.
But, you know. Anyway.
You either flav it or you chuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott on Twitter, 2019, I met T.O. at Franklin Lane's bowling alley by yelling, "Go Mox." And he sent us a picture.
There you go.
Him and T.O. right in front of the bathroom. That's a great place to take a picture.
It is.
We were at the Super Bowl one year. I think it was Indianapolis. And what's that movie? Frozen? Is that the one where it's like Let It Be? Let It Go.
Yes,
yeah, so Josh Gad was at Super Bowl Radio Row, and he does whatever. I haven't even seen that movie, Frozen. Who's the main character in Frozen, Hunk?
Are you talking about the snowman? Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Olaf.
He does Olaf's voice. So he did the show, whatever, and he was awesome.
Last night.
And so he was doing some of it in character, and so like all these parents were tweeting us about their kids going crazy in the car because Olaf was on the show.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So then I had to use the bathroom after the segment. So I go in the bathroom. Here comes Josh Gad right next to me. And so she's using the bathroom, whatever. So the guy next to him goes, "Hey, Josh, man, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture?"
Like, in the bathroom.
In the bathroom while he's taking a leak. And he goes, yeah, could we do it outside, though? And he goes, "Oh, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm like, that guy just asked him for a picture while he's in the bathroom.
Hey, man.
Let a man come out in the urinal.
Got to shoot your shot when you got to shoot your shot. Speaking of shoot your shot.
What in the world?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any weird?
Does he do anything else other than Olaf's voice? Like, why is he so popular?
Yeah, he's in like random movies. You see him
Oh,
on
I
Good Morning.
I just am amazed that somebody is that big of a fan of Olaf. Like, what am I missing?
You got to chase a guy in the bathroom while he's
Right.
My son has a dancing Olaf that he will hit, and it plays the song over and over and over.
Yeah, that's. I mean, hey, the donkey. If I see Eddie Murphy in the bathroom, I might. Hey, Eddie.
Okay, but Eddie
In
was
the morning,
in
we make
5
a waffle.
million other things. That was
Would you
pretty
ask
good,
Eddie Murphy
That
for
was
a
good.
picture in the urinal, like while he's?
No, but no, not especially if he in the stall. If he's in the stall, you can't do that. But if you in the urinal and he's on the urinal and you just using the bathroom, hey, what you doing, Eddie? Hey, man, boy, you killed it as donkey, man. You mind taking a picture with me?
Out of all the things he's done, he's going to bring up donkey.
I know.
You killed it as donkey.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, it was all right.
Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah,
Straight.
raw.
That was straight.
Donkey, though.
Oh, blew it away. The box office said so.
Boomerang.
I mean, it was cool.
Has a nice boulder.
That was straight. Harlem Nights, that was all right. Life, that was cool. Donkey? Shrek 2? Box office says he killed it. That's all I'm saying. So.
Speaking of Boomerang, whatever happened to Martin Lawrence?
I don't know, man.
I read a tweet to you yesterday that was pretty funny. I can't remember what it is, but and you were like, "Where did he go?"
Yeah,
Like,
and that's one of my favorite actors and comedians.
Yeah.
Like, I would sit there and watch Martin all day, movies and everything. And now Babs almost made me think he got into a wreck.
I know. I think I got him confused.
You did. Let's go. We know. Take my shirt off. Yeah, Tracy Morgan.
It was Tracy Morgan. Yeah.
Hanging there with us, people.
Was that a bus and a truck?
There was a bus in the
And
truck.
he almost died.
Yeah. He went through a whole lot of surgeries.
Yeah. All right. Allan Bell coming up. Well, we're going all over the place.
The Babs said, I'll let y'all have this for the break.
Allan Bell has Julio Jones's projected numbers for the Titans next season. That's coming up next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Buck Rising is the local Titans know-it-all guy. The Buck Rising Show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 1045 The Zone.
Mike Keith here. You know Nashville's at a huge seller's market right now. A lot of people could sell their homes and make a fortune, but they're afraid to because they think they won't find a place to buy. It's a huge missed opportunity.
Yes, it should be.
Does that mean the Wings are going to reintroduce themselves?
No.
Okay.
You got this was your
That
cheat
was the day.
Oh, this is our cheat
This was
day.
your cheat day.
Slay dog.
Yellow light.
We were over here talking about.
you like how I'm like your diet freaking accountability
That's what we
partner
need.
here.
She's your carb manager.
What's
right
funny
there.
about that is
I'm not on the carb management system, but I'm just yelling at y'all.
Babs eats whatever the hell she wants. I mean, she's
I
Babs.
know. I probably should join you guys.
So we were talking about something with Will Bolin earlier. I don't know what it was, but then Slay's over there just in his own little corner. He goes, wings. We're like, what?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm ordering wings.
Well, we were in like a serious conversation.
Yes, I were.
Yeah.
And he
And,
just
and
said,
all of a sudden he says wings. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Serious? Wasn't it about white shoes?
oh, it might have been about white
Nah,
shoes.
that was when
No,
the wings
not
were
when he
coming
went
in.
wings.
Yeah.
That we were in like a work
Different conversation
conversation.
It's like when I was sitting over here one day and just out of the blue said during a break, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious. Like, the camera should have been rolling on that one.
Yeah, because my face was
Me and
what?
Babs
the
were like,
hell
what?
is going on?
And then y'all started questioning me about it, and I wasn't even paying attention to y'all.
Yeah, you ain't had no, you have no idea what was going on.
I'll tell you, this guy loves some white shoes. It's Allan Bell, sportsline.com, right, AB?
Oh, yeah. Hey, the white Air Force Ones, that's the way to go. Yeah. All summer. That's what the sauce is for sure.
See, my 14-year-old wanted black Air Force Ones, and he got them. And I was like, man, they're going to look like, you're going to look
they're
like
gonna
an
be
old man.
weird.
And then
Yep.
sure enough, he was like, after a couple weeks, he's like, I think you're right. I told him, I
Yeah,
said,
the black
white
ones are
Air
tough,
Force
man.
Ones.
Like, they only go with so many options, man. So the white, and even like the slate gray, that's the way to go.
Slay Gray?
Yep, exactly. Slay gray, baby.
Hey, I need to find them.
I think he said slate, but okay.
Oh.
At
Anyway.
AllanBell247 on Twitter. Sportsline.com is the website. They're going to give you all kinds of analytics involving your sports gambling needs, and AB is here to talk about some of those things with regard to Julio Jones. So when you plug in Julio Jones into the Sportsline.com machine, what spits out? What kinds of numbers spit out?
Yep. So we simulated the season, the full season with Julio Jones, 17 games with the Titans. And here's what came out. 85 catches, 1,100 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns. Now, to give you some, kind of a comparison on that, right? 85 catches, that puts you last year around Alvin Kamara, DK Metcalf. 1,100 yards, that's around A.J. Brown, Amari Cooper. 7 touchdowns, that's around what Justin Jefferson did with the Vikings last year. So that kind of gives you an idea of what our data sees Julio Jones, which being you add that to everything else the Titans are doing, yeah, that's a pretty good move.
Right. So when you think about the analytics, like what kind of impact does he have on everybody else in that offense?
Yeah, and that's the most interesting part, right, is because you look at it, there's only one ball to go around. However, that's kind of the old way of thinking because you look at the teams that have been kind of dominating the NFL the last couple of years. Do you think the Chiefs have any problem putting up numbers? Tyreek gets his, Mahomes gets his, Travis Kelce gets his, Sammy Watkins gets his, right? Like that old thinking is gone. Put up points, put up numbers. That's what it's all about. You look at the teams that are, left in, championship weekend in the playoffs. They're all driven by offense, right? So, yeah, I mean, it will affect, different, ways that, maybe, Derrick Henry has less carries. Maybe A.J. Brown has maybe less receptions. Who knows? But then again, this offense is built to win and it's built to score. So, hey, keep giving it to them.
Allan Bell with us, sportsline.com. So in terms of the Titans, what are we looking at in with regard to improvement with this guy on the roster?
Yeah. So, you're looking at, if you look at kind of the Vegas odds, right, like it was around 9 wins, and that really hasn't changed too terribly much. But their odds of making the playoffs, winning the AFC South, winning the AFC, winning the Super Bowl have all gone up tremendously. So, yeah, I mean, you're seeing a lot of action there. Plus, FanDuel just put out some information, and right after the trade, right after it went down, FanDuel Sportsbook saw 57% of all bets on the Titans to win the Super Bowl placed right after that trade, and 55% of all bets on winning the AFC Championship going to the Titans as well. So that move had a lot bigger kind of movement outside of Tennessee, right? Like people noticed that. So, yeah, I mean, the Titans are they're in a pretty good spot.
It's funny, Colin Cowherd said Indianapolis Colts, if not for the Houston Texans, the Titans would finish last. Like, he's going contrarian to all of these things. What do you think about the Titans in the AFC South now with Indianapolis matching up with Carson Wentz at quarterback for them, with Julio Jones added at wide receiver for the Titans? What do you think?
I like the Titans before the trade,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, let's take an honest look at the Colts, okay? They're a fine team. They got good players on offense. They got good players on defense. They have a massive question at quarterback. That's Carson Wentz is not Phillip Rivers. They've got a big question there. And two, when was the last time the Colts actually won the AFC South? 2014? I believe that's when it was. Like, they're almost kind of like this red herring that people think that they just dominate the division every single year. They don't. So, again, I'm not putting any disrespect out there to them, but if you're lining up, if you kind of did like the blank roster A, blank roster B, the Titans are much better than the Indianapolis Colts, and I think that they're going to prove it again this year.
It's really interesting because, I mean, that's the same talk that we heard last offseason. Colts.
Yeah.
And so we're hearing it again. But anyway, so what's going on with regard to betting handle and the popularity of betting NBA playoffs, NHL, things that are going on now? What about the French Open? You in on that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, let me say this. Tennis gets a little weird because you've got a lot of people that most bettors really haven't paid attention to. You get a lot of parlays out that way. The NBA is crushing it in bets. That's by far the most popular sport. But the NHL is right there, too, and especially when you see series like, Boston and New York Islanders with games being so tight that you're seeing a lot of people play a lot of totals on the NHL. NBA, it's certainly people bet on the games, but it's all about the player props, right? So especially with all the teams and the stars like we're going to see, last night, we're going to see tonight, it's just phenomenal. So everybody's all over that. The most fun, though, I'll tell you this, pretty much every book does it too. In Major League Baseball, they have a bet on how many home runs are going to be hit that day, and you could make some nice money off of that. So depending on how many games are played, it's a lot of fun. But, yeah, I mean, long story short, the NBA is crushing it right now, and every sports book will tell you the same.
Do you go under on that home run total every day? Is that
I
where
go
are?
over. It's fun. Yeah, like I think it was, last night or the night before? Last night. I think there were only like 3 games, and the number was set at like 7. So, I mean, you've got a lot of like different opportunities to do it. It's fun, man. It's a blast, especially even if you don't watch a ton of baseball. It keeps you interested. You kind of keep checking, your apps to see scores. It's fun.
Any sports gambling questions, hit him up at Allan Bell 247. Thank you, AB. Appreciate you.
Allan Bell.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for having me.
Check him out, sportsline.com. When we come back, hour number 3, 5 o'clock hour. You better get loose. We got one more hour of live 3HL radio program.
on with it.
Let's go. We'll be right back. 104.5 The Zone.
More Titans talk than anyone else. What a catch! Your home for Titans football and the flagship of Titans radio. 104.5 The Zone.
This is Tiki Barber with a CBS Sports Minute. Former New York Giants head coach Jim Fossil drafted me, but he also was my champion inside the Giants when everyone else was ready to give up on
What up, Nashville 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay with his black Air Force Ones.
Hey, you know what? I wish, Babs, this is where I envy you. Because I wish I was short like you and I could just lean back and put my legs up and do like, I can't though. Cause
That's what I just did during the AB segment.
Dude, man, that's got to be so comfortable.
Aw, Slay.
Good.
Tall people problems. Well, you know
Again.
what? I wish I was tall and skinny and.
Wish you had skinny legs like me?
Yeah, I do.
Are you saying she doesn't have skinny legs, Ron?
Are you calling me fat? What?
I'm talking about myself. What happened over here?
If you were, how do you see this number thing working out? It looks like AJ Brown's going to keep 11.
Yep.
He tweeted something about it. I didn't see it. I heard about it. No, I did see it, but I can't remember what it said.
Basically, he says 11 for life. Tried to give up 11, but he wouldn't accept it.
11 until I retire.
Thank you, Hunk. Does that mean that Julio Jones has taken 8 and 11 was never really on the table?
I hope so, because I just ordered a Julio Jones jersey at number 8.
How did you order a Julio Jones jersey with number 8?
Custom jerseys, man. You can buy custom jerseys.
Can you get Ron Mexico put on the back of it?
I absolutely can.
That's for Mike Vick.
Yeah, I know. But there are certain names you can't get put on the back of an NFL jersey, right? But these guys go around that system?
Yeah, they have like a list of names that they can't put on the back.
What are you wearing over there?
Man, listen, I'm somebody else too.
Look like Barry Gordy Jr. over there.
I'm Barry White Jr.
Are those girls' sunglasses?
Yep. These are Chris's glasses.
He's Slon Ray.
We left him over at Ramon's house when we grilled out, and then he just brought him back.
What was that?
Wow, Babs?
I yell at you all the time about your ring, and my ring just went off.
You say that like my ring goes off all the time.
Well, it doesn't anymore because I yelled at you enough.
See? You got to yell back.
Women,
I apologize.
What was that? Was that like a ring camera?
Yeah, somebody actually rang the doorbell.
Why are women's apologies so accepted?
What do you mean?
That was just so accepted right there. Like, I would have to say, Babs, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Babs. I said I'm sorry. But
you saying that men have to jump through hoops?
Yes.
Man, yeah, I'm going to be real, man.
Somebody that's had to apologize to her? Yes.
Oh, boo freaking who. Listen to y'all. Give me a break.
I mean, you eat the last wing. You never hear the end of it.
By the way, did you guys notice how long it took me to go in to get a wing today?
Yep.
You waited till the very end.
I waited till like hour 3.
So you learned. Look like you learned something. Huh?
I'm serious.
See,
I don't know.
Why would we change our process? It's working.
Slay,
are these prescription?
Slay is cracking me. Whose glasses are those?
My latest.
Oh.
Chris. I told you we left them over at Ramon's. We went over there to grill out this weekend.
Are these prescription?
No, because I could see clearer.
The rain is gone.
I should get my glasses.
I can see clearer now. The rain is gone. I need to go get my Babs, I need to go get my glasses fixed.
Yep.
But you know what the problem is?
You see too clearly, and you don't want to see too clearly.
No, with the glasses, I'm fine with seeing too clearly. I just don't want to play like that. But I'm saying I want to be blurry when I play. That don't make sense. But yeah. But I got the tint on my glasses, and I wanted to get the transition lenses that tint when you go outside. And I was silly, and I said, man, just put the tint on them.
Oh, you just want to keep it
But
on
now
there?
they look like I'm Ray Charles, like I'm in the building. And they're just too dark all the time. So
they're borderline Willy Wonka glasses.
These?
Yeah, the new one with Johnny Depp.
Oh, they kind of are.
So y'all making fun
They're
of
cute.
Chris's See, that's a woman.
No,
Yeah, she just
dude.
cleaned that up.
We're talking about a female's
cute.
glasses on your head. I'm sure
they're
they look
cute,
great
Babs.
on
They're
her.
cute.
Look Willy Wonka on your head.
I am Willy Wonka then. Because what did I just tell you I want to do? I wanted to break the glass and go get my emergency caramello bar.
You did. I talked you out of it.
Yes, you did.
I talked you out of it.
By the way, Julio Jones, I didn't know this. In high school, he was number 82. And so we bring that up to Rhett Bryan today. And I was like, maybe he's going to take 82. He's like, no, Fred Brown's 82. I'm like, Fred Brown? And then I thought, I was listening to the OTP the other day. Mike Key talked about 13 wide receivers on the roster. I'm like, good grief, who are these guys?
Who are all these people?
And then Fred Brown, I was like, Fred Brown? Didn't he play for the New York Jets in like the 80s?
He could be number 10.
And he was like, he played at Mississippi State too. And I'm like, who's this Titans receiver I don't know that played in the SEC? Man, I'm losing it.
8 plus 2.
Better give me some female glasses.
Yeah, he's 82.
8 plus 2 would be.
He's 27.
I can't.
So he's
What
been
are all these
around.
numbers? 27 what? Years old? Oh.
Sorry.
Who, Julio?
No.
By the way,
Red Brown.
I was going to say that worked for me, too.
Julio Jones is only 31, according to Ron
That's
Slay.
correct.
Because he missed half of a 1 year and a half of another year.
Yep. So you combine that together, that's a year miss.
So you subtract 1.
Boom. Look, we just did math for you. Ladies and gentlemen that have their kids in the car, you're welcome. Tutoring session done
Put
for
that
the
in
day.
your bucket.
Yeah, have fun.
And drop it.
Home.
That's right.
Yeah, dropping the bucket.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Joe Hunk getting a lot of Twitter love today. What's going on with you?
I don't know what's being said.
Will Joe Hunk redeem himself? Let's see. LOL.
They made fun of me for throwing Baby Got Back on. I don't know why.
What's wrong with Baby Got Back?
Baby Got Back is legit.
It was right when our show was off the rails.
That's to
Like
to
that's
infer
only
that
happened once. Or
our
something.
show is never off the rails.
Right.
By the way, San Francisco's show is definitely off the rails. Have you seen this? Like on Monday, they lost 2 players for the season. Safety Tarvarius Moore ruptured his Achilles.
Yep.
Monday.
It's the worst.
He's going to miss the season. He started 8 games last year. And then offensive tackle Justin Skule.
Yep.
He just has that name. You guys.
Oh, wow. That is
kind of weird.
It's
that is
school.
like Willie
Yeah,
Wonka.
him. Tore his
He played at
ACL
Vandy.
Monday. Started 12 games of the last 2 seasons. They lost 2 players in 1 day. I would argue don't practice. That's what I would argue.
Remember, the reason why they were so bad last year is because they had a ton of injuries as well.
Don't you think? Like, just eliminate all practice. Just meet in the auditorium, and then when opening day hits, just roll out there and play. That way everybody's there.
Oh, boy.
Unless, like, you're Clint Barmas for the Rockies and you fall down a bunch of stairs carrying deer meat down to the fridge. I mean, weird things happen.
I mean, injuries are a part of this game.
They
It
are.
is what it is.
Best ability is availability.
That's what Tom Brady said. That's
Tom
what Ron
Brady
Slay
had
said.
a knee procedure this offseason, and he was a full go at practice today.
Yes,
Do you guys play into that thought of because of how 2020 was and the lack of practice, they're now getting injured because they're practicing more?
Yeah.
Oh, good point
Well,
there, Hunt.
I don't know about the practicing more. I mean, this is the first day, but
See, Slay,
the fact that that your normal routines, it's hard to take him seriously right now. I can't even look at him.
He does. He looks like a 1970. You got bell bottoms on now all of a sudden? You look like I'm going to put the picture out here in a second.
I'm so
You're
serious.
out of your normal routine. It's not as easy to be doing the rehab and everything that you want to do, or whatever you normally do at the facility. You're not as free to do that as you have been in the past.
Okay, normally Don would, if I would say that, Don would come back at me with, wah, wah, wah. Wouldn't you?
Probably, yeah.
So, Slay, if
Put
I
your
told
big
you
girl panties on.
back in Italy, man, you ain't got to practice. We just want you ready for the regular season. You can just meet in the meeting rooms. We'll go over plays, and then we'll show up and roll.
That will be the case for quite a few guys.
Preseason, though, I would be there because I told you I'm coming over out of shape.
So you need a few exhibition
I need at least 2 weeks.
He needs 2 weeks to get those wings off.
Yes.
Do they have wings overseas?
No. Not like him. Not like.
What is going on over there?
Nope. Y'all know I'm a man of many faces.
It's seriously like you turned into Harvard Marison over
I dress up. I dress up.
Seriously, this is like alternate Slay personality.
Yeah.
Y'all dress up for Halloween too.
On the show?
How do you
I will be
find-
dressed up as a Halloween on the show. Yes.
Into what? What do you dress up like?
I'm
What's your
full
go-to?
costume, like whatever you can think of.
Like, how do you find
I'm gonna show you a couple pictures.
Okay, show me some pictures because you're 6'8". It's not like you can go to a costume store and rent a costume.
Straight
Buy
1970s
a
Elton
costume.
John.
This
Do
is
it.
correct.
He does look a little bit like Elton John
What were you last Halloween?
right now.
I was Pennywise.
Oh, were
that's
you for
scary.
real?
All right.
I'm dead serious. Like
Andrew,
I've been.
Andrew says.
Lil Ron makes me.
Andrew says Slay looks like Lenny Kravitz with a haircut.
No, Hunk sent the picture to us. He
Yeah,
absolutely looks like Willy Wonka.
Without the factory.
Somebody on Twitch says Julio gets 7, AJ's 11, 7-11, always open.
Oh,
I saw that somewhere. Somebody else tried to do that, though. It didn't work.
Let's not go with it.
Who
But
was
if
it? I can't
listen,
remember.
I mean, if Julio's nickname is Waffle House, he ain't worried about all the playing off somebody else to always be open.
Hey.
He already is always open.
Slay, what did
according to
you
him.
say about the A.J. Brown tweet about him saying, no, I'm not taking your number?
About Julio not taking it. Oh, that shows it's not about me.
Right.
Yeah, so he's coming in for a purpose to win. And guess what?
You were already on the team. That's your number.
Yeah. Oh, don't look, bro. I'm not here for that.
Is that what you would do if
I'm
I
not
had
here
35 and you came to my team? See?
Oh, so it is all about you, huh, Slay?
But I'm a little bit more superstitious than
Okay.
Julio.
All right, back to the phones. Your reaction, 615-737-1045. We'll put the picture out. Ron Slay dressed as a 1970s pimp. Is that where we'll be right back.
J Mart and Ramon.
But I ended up getting the wife a new Ford Explorer. He had this Ford Mustang on the lot.
So you picked that up also?
Picked it up.
Come on, man. I sometimes pick up like Altoids. You're like, I was buying her a car and decided, yeah, I'll buy that Mustang too.
J Mart and Ramon. Tomorrow morning from 6 to 10.
104.5 The Zone.
CJ on Twitter at 3HL1045. Can Ron Slay dress up as Don Davenport for Halloween? More on that in just a minute. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com. That's the website. These guys are live and local, and they are your flooring experts. Your bathroom overdue for a major overhaul? When it comes to beautiful bathroom renovations, the experts at Buddy Allen have got you and your family covered. Whether you're seeking a simple update like a small sink backsplash or a top-to-bottom revamp, they have the product, skills, and experts to make your vision a reality. Locally owned and family operated by the Allen family for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. Check them out in Donaldson, 2405 at Lebanon Pike, 615-883-3289, or BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
Hello, early risers, self-starters, and seasoned pros. Welcome to Thompson Machinery, your local Cat dealer. With offers like 0% for 60 months, it's easy to stop by and stay a while at your home for Cat compact equipment. Whether you're a business owner or contractor, buying or renting, at Thompson Machinery, it all starts with hello. Stop by today and ask about 0%
You know I haven't seen it.
I know.
Guess what, though, Babs?
It's like to bring that up every once in a while.
I've never seen The Office. Ramon and them got on me about that one.
It's all right. I hadn't either.
The Office, like the TV show, or Office Space, like the movie?
TV show.
The
Office
TV
Space.
show?
What is Office Space?
Another really funny movie.
Really?
Better than The Office.
Ooh, I don't know.
They
That
might
might be
come
some
after you,
fighting words
boy.
with some
Hey,
people.
you better be careful.
Dude, you're just riling up social media today. What are you doing?
Oh, golly.
I seriously, I may have seen one episode of The Office ever.
Okay. And you're not qualified to make that
But
assessment.
I've seen Office Space, and I know it has Jennifer Aniston in it. That's all I need to know.
Office.
Yeah, she's got the flair.
She does have the flair. That's right. What was the movie that she was in with Vince Vaughn?
The Breakup.
Breakup.
That was on the other night.
That
classic.
movie it's classic, but it's so painful to watch them go through all that.
Yeah, it is hilarious, though.
But man, when she comes out of the bathroom trying to make him jealous,
yeah,
Him
That
sitting
was a
on the
good
couch
scene.
playing video games when her
That was a
date
good
comes
scene.
in and he makes friends with him.
I'm not talking about that.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
Great.
That was where I picked it up the other night.
Where he started playing video games with the dude.
hmm
Yeah.
And then the whole night, he's like, "Man, Gary's so cool. He's so cool."
Yeah. So,
That's
Anyway.
tough.
all right. So the glasses are off. Where are we?
The glasses are off. Yep.
We're gonna go back to the phones.
People want
I
to
keep
speak.
saying phones. There's one phone. There's one phone sitting here. Right
There's
there.
a lot of lines.
But there's a lot of lines on that one.
Yeah, and they're reverberating. But we did say that we were going to play Paul Maneri's cut about classless Tennessee earlier. So let's do that now. Tennessee fan, what do you think about this? Tennessee and LSU going at it this weekend. Best 2 out of 3. Winner goes to the College World Series. Tennessee swept LSU earlier. This is what Paul Maneri, their coach, is talking about their visit to Knoxville when, keep in mind, there wasn't a big crowd allowed in that ballpark, but still had an impact. This is on T. Bob Hebert and Jacob Eason's show. Check this out. Is that right?
Listen, even though there wasn't a huge crowd at Tennessee, it was an extremely hostile environment.
Yeah.
They were nasty.
You could hear it.
Nasty.
You could hear it over the
nasty.
TV.
They were into Trey Morgan's head. I mean, they were on him from the moment he walked onto that field. I mean, it was a difficult situation with the umpiring. There were a lot of calls that went against kids, and they were having to deal with that. The other team was not handling things with a lot of class, quite frankly, and it was an environment that those kids had been in for the very first time, and it was very difficult. All of a sudden they're expected to come through in a clutch situation with the game on the line, and then they came up short. They learned from it, and they'll be better the next time, hopefully. We were very, very competitive, and a base hit here, a pitch here, a play here, and the game is different. I mean, we were one pitch away from winning one of the ball games.
Okay.
One pitch away from winning one of the games.
It's a pitch here. It's a hit there. That's baseball.
Dude, this is sports. If I ever get on and sound like that about something, like they were really in his head as soon as he got there. It was like he couldn't even handle it. Dude, the fans on the opposing team were really getting at my player. Duh.
Guess what's about to
That's what
happen
they're
now that you talk about that again? And now the fans knew it affected them.
They're going
and
to
now you
12.
got a full house. They brought in bleachers
I'm
to
telling-
backfill that place.
Listen, I know me as a player. I'm gonna go to my coach. I'm gonna tell coach, hey, listen, Coach Babs, don't never do that again. I'm telling you right now, don't never do that again. Don't never bring it.
Well, he won't. He's retiring. This is it.
Yeah, but
He can do whatever the heck he wants.
don't tell them people they got in my head.
That's surprising to me.
What?
That's surprising to me. But and sometimes it plays into he's on a hometown radio show with LSU people, and sometimes you say things that you probably shouldn't, not realizing that it's going. It's like
know.
it's like
I
some
just
of
think
those
that's-
quarterback clubs.
I just think that's old dude just matter-of-factly answering a question like he doesn't care.
You know what that meant to me? That meant he came back into the dugout. Coach, man, I just can't do it, man. They keep on bothering me. They keep on hollering. They keep on saying my name. We're going to let you play all the home games. You don't need to go on the road with us no more is what I would have told him as a coach.
Did fans used to come at you on the road?
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Isn't LSU the school
I can't
that
even
literally
imagine
put
fans
out
in here.
players' phone numbers to call them before games,
Hey,
before
man,
they went into
I know
Tiger
Florida
Stadium?
Did. Florida did for sure.
Man, I wish we had Shockley on today because I'd have asked him. It happened to him. I can't remember if it was LSU. I thought it was Kentucky.
Florida did Dane
LSU's
Bradshaw
done it.
like that. I want to get Dane Bradshaw on for that like this.
No, you're right. I think it was LSU. They got
I'm not mentioning the player because I don't want to put a dollar in the bucket.
Well, DJ Shockley was the quarterback at Georgia, and because he talked about this once during one of our production meetings, that it was before. No, it was before. I think it was before an SEC championship game. They got his cell phone number and put it out all over campus the night before the game. All over campus. Everybody passed it along. He said his voicemail was full in, 2 seconds, had like 5,000 texts and whatever. You suck. You're going to choke tomorrow. Like all of that.
So what about the part
It's a
where he
real
said
thing.
the Tennessee players acted in a classless manner?
Yeah. Is that the part that everybody kind of has an issue with?
Well, I mean, there are varying points. Like, I mean, you could Zapruder film that thing. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that you could use if you're Tony Vitello. I think that was a shot at Vitello and the way that he has created the culture.
Yeah, you created. I agree with you on that.
I think that was a shot at him.
And that's bogus.
The young guy.
That's bogus.
That just seems like old guy going at young guy to me.
Old man on the park.
That sport has changed.
Right.
That sport has changed. So baseball purist is yelling at the clouds. Meanwhile, like
and it makes it way more fun.
Even who's the guy that hit the grand slam for Vanderbilt? Did you see that?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas hit that shot
and slam dunked
and he
the bat.
turned right into their dugout and was looking right into their dugout.
And dunked it.
And then
And that
threw
was
the bat
not
back
a
at
bat
home plate.
flip. That was a bat chunk.
Yeah.
He threw it back at home plate
That's
toward
a
the
I was
catcher.
worried it was going to hit somebody.
What?
Yeah.
So that's a good indication of where we are as a sport when Vandy is doing that.
Yeah.
Right?
You know why?
And I love it.
That's a good point.
They love it.
The kids love it.
Come on, man. They want to have fun, man.
Listen,
Nobody want to be uptight playing no game, no sports.
If you want baseball to be in an impactful position 20 years from now, you better jump on board that because the kids get excited about it. It's hard to hit a homer.
Dude.
I heard a pitcher talking about that the other day. He's like, I don't care if they bat flip. It's hard to hit a homer.
Dude,
And he's like, look, if they hit a home run off me, that's on me. Who am I to get mad at somebody flipping a bat?
Don't give it up.
I should have hit a better spot.
That's like people being like, oh, you're running up the score. Stop them.
What are you supposed to do? What were the fans supposed to do in Knoxville?
Oh, get ready.
Like, what were the players supposed to do?
Oh, well, now it's going to be
bad.
I'm just
Brent.
That's the thing,
No,
Paul
no,
Maneri.
Brent. Shh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. This is the radio. It's the radio. Don't do that.
I don't think Paul Maneri is thinking about that part of it, man, because he just
what he just fired up.
Oh my gosh, they're
Hey,
already
man.
a beast up there.
It's going to be bad.
Come on.
They're already as impactful of a college baseball fan base as there is this
Exactly.
season.
CeeLo
now-
just explained what it was like.
And now you've just enraged them. What you've done is challenged them to be better,
Right.
to be more impactful.
Well, you can use the word impactful. I will say obnoxious.
Yeah.
And I think this time
Yeah.
they will.
No, it's
If
gonna
I'm a
be-
college student and I hear that, the first thing, you want classless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll show you classless.
Oh yeah, we got something for you.
Yeah.
And we get to drink at games.
Yeah.
I'm pouring beer all over myself and everything. Oh man, I'm all on the net. They're crazy.
615-737-1045 at the RHL 1045. A lot out there on the table. A lot of people still wanting to weigh in on Julio. If you want to see a picture of Ron Slay with the Gucci glasses, hit us on Twitter at the RHL 1045. Let's go to Eric in Columbia. Eric, what's up, man? How are you? Yo, Eric.
Yeah, I'm here, guys.
All
Hey,
right,
got you,
there
Eric.
go.
Sorry, I had to run in and get my daughter from Boys and Girls Club.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's what's up,
You're the
man.
best.
I grew up there too.
So, my thing is I got a couple questions. First question, though, is can you put 8 in the box anymore?
But not.
Not against this team. That we kind of went through the analytics of that. What did Will Bowling say? It was like 28% last year against the Titans with 8 in the box, and obviously it's going to be a lower number than that this year.
Okay, and my second question is, everybody talks about when you finally become a big market team, you get that name. And I noticed yesterday y'all started playing the promo, of the Four Horsemen.
So are we a big market team now?
Negative. No, and you know what's funny is a lot of people get worked up about the lack of national attention for the Titans. And if you want to use that, use it. But, I mean, in terms of, like, the other 32, Nashville's a small market team, comparatively speaking. And, you know, I mean, a lot of people like to use that as fan motivation. Just start hating on the national people. Like, we're disrespected. It's the old disrespected thing.
Mm-hmm. That bit.
Well, it has been forever.
Definitely true, and will be. Eric in Columbia, I just hit. Let's go to not that one. Let's go to Tony the Stud. Next up on 3HL. Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey, I finally made it in, guys. How you doing this afternoon?
Yes, sir. Good.
Listen, I'm so glad that you guys take my takes, but I'm going to need some time for this one because I'm going to be honest with you. I have an answer for you. I have an answer for who benefits the most from this. By the way, Don and Ron matched yesterday, but Brent and Ron matched today. I love how Brent took the blue off and got into the white UT shirt.
We got to he's watching Zone TV. We got to keep people guessing. Tomorrow me and Don will match.
People guessing.
Yeah.
Don, I want to talk to Don about this. I don't talk to Don a lot about my takes, but I want to talk to her about this. Don, I totally agree with the Ryan Tannehill thing. I really, really do. I know that Ryan benefits from this, but you know who really benefits from this? It's a triangular effect for me. It's Josh Reynolds, Anthony Ferguson, and Ryan Tannehill. And then you got to talk about those three. And if you're going to answer the question of who benefits the most out of those three, for me, it's going to be Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds is a guy that came from a junior college and then made it into Texas A&M, which, by the way, I feel there may be a little bit of a chemistry atmosphere with Ryan and Josh being Texas A&M guys. But Josh has come from a background that he had to work his way up. And now he's worked his way up through, I think, the Rams and become a Titan, Don. And I feel like, he's fast, by the way. He's a 4.52. He's a 40-yard dash, 18-mile-an-hour guy. He can run a 1.5 split. Okay, he's got talent, but I think the reason that he benefits so much is because he doesn't have to be A.J. Brown or Julio Jones. He doesn't have to be the number one or the two if A.J. went down. He is now the Adam Humphries of that situation. He fills in. I think he benefits greatly. Obviously, Anthony Ferguson is, for me, a guy that replaces Jonnu Smith, and Jonnu Smith was great, Don. He was great. But Anthony was able to do things in the slot when Humphries was down that makes you believe as a fan, if you watch this guy, I just think that Josh Reynolds, I think, is going to be the guy that benefits the most. I'd love to get your take on that.
I mean, we'll see. The guy has 113 career catches in the NFL since 2017. So we can sit here and say, sure, of course he's going to benefit because you have defenses that are going to key on other guys. But, I mean, he hasn't done it yet.
I think he'll have a better opportunity here.
He'll have
with the Rams.
He'll have some more opportunities. Who knows? I remember, he brought up Humphries, though. I remember when they signed Humphries, I was like, oh, he's going to kill it. That position, what he does, and he never was that guy for the Titans. And then, I would have said that guy is going to benefit from what the Titans are, and it never happened. Now, part of that was because of injury. I get it.
He got concussed against the Bengals, and no penalty flag was thrown. I'm still mad about that.
I was going to say, don't get people started about that.
Don't give me.
You want to talk about bunk? That was bunk.
Don't give me the we protect the players crap when you don't call a penalty on that play. And then he comes back, and we joke about Tannehill hitting him with that little inside route near the goal line, and it goes through his hands and hits him in the head. And I joked that he probably got a concussion from it. Well, I think he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then now he's gone. So I don't know.
Gone.
Mayor of Jolton, no office discrimination, please. Hunk.
I'm sorry.
Johnny the
I
Poet.
was like, wait, what happened?
He know how to fire the people up.
We're going back.
Johnny the Poet. Was that the LSU choir director?
Yes.
John T. This coach is a damn crybaby.
Right. I love our listeners.
Gary, during that clip, all I heard was Bab saying, wah, wah, wah. Vols for life. Is he winning at life?
He's just getting killed on this.
He should, man. He should. Like, nobody wants that to be a representation of what they got going on. Like, how?
Somebody says Ron has that face that says, I'm peeing in the pool.
Yeah.
With the glasses on.
Yeah, I was scared of the.
You put those glasses on, you stopped talking. It was so weird.
It was weird.
I'm telling you, I went to a different zone.
Different person.
Did you see, like, weird things when you put the glasses on? Could you see into the future?
I felt terrific. This felt great.
Hey, there was another baseball piece of audio that we need to play from y'all. And it's so funny because, like, the dads on my kids' 10U baseball team put this clip into a text strand today. And I'm like, yeah, we're playing this. Steven Schock talking about what he was offered to blow a save. Really funny.
Well, emotions are go, win. I heard a fan offer free Dippin' Dots if I blew it, which the price of Dippin' Dots with inflation is just unreal. So for a brief moment, I was like, damn, Dippin' Dots sound good. But also I thought in the back of my head, we win today, we win tomorrow, or tonight. We're going to be here another day. That's more per diem. So that means I can buy my own Dippin' Dots and be a winner. So it's like, you know, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to attack. I think 3 words every time I'm out there. The first one's a swear word, starts with F. Second word's attack. Third one's win. And I just repeat that to myself. Unless, you know, there's a breach in the system and I walk a guy and I got to tell myself I'm a few different things that isn't a winner. I might break that, but then I get right back on it. Just this attack win, you know?
See, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you answer some questions. You just be honest.
We'll be right back.
Getting you set for Titans training camp. Bam! Your home for Titans football and the flagship of Titans radio. 104.5 The Zone.
Thanks, Phil. Have a great day.
Every time our seniors pick up their prescriptions, they're saving money thanks to Medicare Part D. Now, Washington's special interests want to
By the way, there's lightning. Some of it cloud to ground. Now moving into southern Williamson County. Pavilions are not shelter. Responsible sports ball adults. This from Nashville severe weather. So precipitation coming. There's red and yellow in this deal. South of the city.
Time to get on in the house and bunker down.
Right as all three of us go 65 south.
Absolutely.
Oh, all four of us.
Yep.
Some farther than others.
Yeah, some far 65.
Columbia at least.
How's the traffic like past that Franklin exit?
Oh, after the Franklin exit, man, it is so good. It is good to go. It clears up, and I just throw on a book, and I am good, man.
Throw on a book.
Yeah, man, I've been listening to a lot of Audible.
What's the
last 2 months.
last book on tape you've listened to, or whatever it is?
The O.J. Simpson book about If I Did It. I'm not joking. And then I read the Ron Furman book about O.J. Simpson in the trial. Yeah, and now I'm listening to a book about Hank Aaron.
Why are you all in on O.J. Simpson all of a sudden?
Well, the book was free, so I started to listen to it because I was like, all right, I've always heard about if you listen or read the book, he's pretty detailed and kind of shows, yeah, he did it.
So Orenthal, you think Orenthal's guilty?
Oh, I 100% believe Orenthal is guilty. He is way too detailed in this book.
He was guilty before that book, though.
Yeah, he was.
Well, why did he come out with that?
It was so the book was, and it even talks about it because the book was originally OJ trying to make money because he stopped making money, and then the Goldman family found out about the book. They sued him over the rights to the book after the book was already written, so they make all the money off the book, and OJ makes nothing.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize that part.
Yeah. So they won in court because he still has not paid them a dime.
The civil
the civil suit. So in the beginning of the book, it talks about all of that, and that when the writer accepted the job, they accepted under the circumstances that he's basically told them, this is going to be my confession.
Wow.
So I wanted to read it.
So you were talking about Ron Goldman, right? And Mark
Yes.
Furman, and you said Ron Furman, which
Oh,
made me
my
think
bad.
of Todd Furman, which
No.
has nothing to do with Oaks, I
Mark
don't think.
Mark Furman is the officer. Todd Furman's on tomorrow.
Yes.
Todd
Todd
Mark
Furman will
Furman
give
is
you
not on the
odds
show tomorrow.
No.
It's interesting. This is totally random now that we're talking about Todd
This
Furman.
whole show
but
it's been a Wednesday show.
It's been a weird day. Yeah, we've been all over the show.
I was gonna say, darn, I feel like Wednesday.
But with
Wayne
the
Wednesday.
PGA, with what went on with the PGA and John Rahm this past weekend, which is crazy with the COVID. I mean,
They told him right in front of a bunch of people. He had a 6-stroke lead.
is there not a HIPAA violation there? Anyway,
That wasn't right.
no, that was
That wasn't
wrong.
right there.
That was wrong. And not to mention, I'm like, well, at this point, he's already.
Just give it to him.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, let him just let him go play on his own because at this point he's already.
Yep.
Now that's
Dominating.
an interesting idea because, like in golf, you could do that. Let everybody play, and then
social distance.
And then, hey, we'll tell you who won later because Rahm's
that's
going to
a
go
heck
play
of a
18 by
social
himself.
Why not let him play at like 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Right. Let him play early and be done. Well, and the other thing is, I mean, so how is nobody else because of contact tracing an issue?
It's almost
It doesn't
like
make any sense.
I don't know.
The people walking them out there's 4 people around them.
Right.
I saw Good Morning America today basically said, to me, it was, we're going to stop scaring the hell out of everybody now because it's 13,000 a day now. And remember, Dr. Fauci back in the day said, if you get to 10,000 cases a day, then we're good. And so,
So basically, we're good now.
yeah. And so, honestly, they were like, now we're going to put up the number that it's less than this a day. In other words, we're not going to try to scare the hell out of you.
We're going the other direction.
Real quick.
Anyway, my whole point in that was we're going to ask Todd Furman about it because FanDuel honored the John Rahm bets.
Oh, they did?
Yes. FanDuel Sportsbook did. So it was interesting. But I think Furman has an issue with some sports books honoring stuff like that, arbitrary stuff, and some not. So
Swaggy Knuckles on Twitter, hell, 3HL is my happy place. He says Slay's making him happy.
Aw.
Thanks.
That's what we're here for, damn it.
Yeah, we try to make people
like
happy.
that.
It's just a drop in the bucket, right, Babs?
That's right.
The recorded hour, 3HL, coming up. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Coach Mack and Todd Furman, not Mark Furman, Todd Furman. join us tomorrow. Thank you very much for making us a part of your day, and
We love ya.
We'll chat with you tomorrow. Later.
Coming up tomorrow with Buck Rising.
Jam-packed show. Will Compton, Eric Galco, and Chris Burke will also be here. And then we'll do the dumbest thing in sports.
The Buck Rising Show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 104.5 The Zone.